Hello everyone, this is it. We are here to play a full game, our first full game of Marvel Crisis Protocol. We're playing on a 3x3 board. We're going to go through the entire beginning the game sequence, and we're going to show you exactly how it works from start to finish, starting right now. You ready,
Let's
Zach?
do it. This is new to me. Obviously, we were playing off of the Learn to Play document in the past couple of videos. So there's this whole setup thing that happens, which I think they gave themselves a lot of space to keep the game fresh with how it's structured in this very moment.
A lot of levers to pull,
Yeah.
some would say. So
As they say.
I pulled up the rulebook. You can find this online for Crisis Protocol. I'm pulling it up on my phone. So you can follow along with me if you'd like, and if you're ever playing in the future and you need the rulebook, it is available for you online. So let's talk about getting ready to play.
All right.
First thing we do is we build a roster. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that Zach is you watching, a singular player, and I am not even in the picture right now. So most players out of the core set, when you buy your core set, you'll have these 10 models, and then we'll kind of go from there.
So when the game comes out, I think it's November 15th when it's releasing. This is the core set, and then technically there's Hulk and MODOK, which are expansions that are releasing at the same time. So at most, when the game comes out, we have Hulk. We don't have MODOK, unfortunately. You have 12 total options. So when any player comes to the game that first week, they're probably going to have most 8 of the same models at least.
We assume we'll have the 10 from the core set. Maybe they picked up Hulk, maybe they picked up MODOK. So you bring 10 characters. Now these are not your final 10. This is not going to be your team, but you bring 10 characters essentially to choose from.
It's like your roster.
If you think of like Street Fighter or something, the little screen where you have all those little different squares that you can choose, you're basically building that. It's like these are all the people that I might bring. You also bring 8 Team Tactics cards, and there's a lot in the core set. We have a video going over all of those Team Tactics cards. So you're going to choose the 8 that work best with your team, no matter what configuration it takes.
Yeah.
Really.
So I assume you'll have 3 or 4 that are just generically always good, and then you might have 2 to 4 that are specific. So like Ricochet Blast is an example, a card that can only be played if you have Captain America and Iron Man. So if you aren't including them on your team of 10, then you probably won't include that card in your stack of 8. But if they're in that team, you might bring that card, even though when you go to play a game, you might not choose those models.
That's right. Can you give me, what 8 cards are you choosing to bring to your roster this time around?
Do I have to pick that right now?
Yeah, let's pick 8.
All right, I'm definitely doing Ricochet Blast because I love it. Avengers Assemble, that seems like a good card. I'm going to look through here
I'm
really
going to
quick.
presume that if you're bringing something to play, you're probably, if you are going to be the Avengers, there's probably not going to be a way you can build your team without it being the Avengers affiliation. Like, you're going to try to always have that if you have a lot of options that require Avengers affiliation stuff.
Yeah. So
Would be my guess.
Let me look. Smash is not the one. I feel like I remember liking 1-2 Punch. It also has
Yeah,
Captain
1-2 Punch is
America on
nice.
it.
That's a good general use. I think most of these cards you can basically have these general use cards that are always somewhat good, and there's some really good cards that are conditionally very good, and I might include 1 or 2 of those and then kind of see how my drafting shapes up, or my roster building shapes up. We're also, in the meantime, both players will bring 3 Secure Crisis cards and 3 Extraction Crisis cards. Now this is an interesting thing because in the core set there's only 3 of each, right? 3 Secures and 3 Extractions?
Yep.
So
and they're all 17 points as it happens.
Right. So whenever you're playing a core set game with somebody else, like on release day, everybody's going to have the same 3 Secure and the same 3 Extraction cards. But tell me this, Zach, how do we get more Extraction cards and Secure cards, these Crisis cards, essentially?
So the Tactic cards and also the Crisis cards are going to be released in the expansions. Right. So there's Terrain Pack expansions that are coming out. I don't know if the Terrain Pack expansion actually has any in it.
That would be cool.
I wouldn't be surprised. But then there's also obviously the characters. So like I said, MODOK and Hulk are coming out on release. There's a core set, plus there's expansions for each of those. But then apparently the first month after the game, we're expecting to get 5 other models. I think it's actually like a pair of 2, and a Venom.
Yeah, like Black Panther and Killmonger.
And then his sister.
Yeah,
I always
Shuri and Okoye,
I think so. Her like personal guard or whatever. So those those will include more of those kind of cards. So even if love it or hate it, even if you don't want to buy the Black Panther Warmonger set, it will have cards in it that are usable in play. And so in that way, right, every expansion has a certain amount of value, and then hopefully if you do or don't want the models, you can split it with someone or do whatever you need to do.
And that's actually a good reason to have a subscription too, which is what we offer. That's kind of our flagship offering for Crisis Protocol. We just send you either all of the character packs or all of the terrain packs or all of the mats as soon as they release, or all three. You can pick and choose what you want us to send, and then we'll send those over. And then that's really nice because even if maybe, I didn't necessarily want this model, you still get the benefit of having the additional cards to use in the future. And I think most people who are going to play Crisis Protocol like in a very dedicated way are going to want access to all of the components to build their lists and build the scenarios and all of that.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people...
It's like X-Wing kind of in that way.
Sure. I've seen a lot of people asking questions too. I assume that we're going to get the release schedule is going to like do this. There's like up front, it's going to be like the most we're going to get to try to get us a base of models to make your games as varied as possible. And it'll eventually come down to a more like sustainable pace.
Yeah.
And then also just the recognition that like, I think that's all I had.
Cool.
There was something else lingering, but I forgot it.
There's a good question. Is this the board that comes with the things? No. Okay, so the mat, there's no mat in the box that we got at least. There's no board in the box.
Yep.
There's nothing in the box that is the base for all of this. But all of the terrain that you see, all of the models that you see, and every other component that you see
cards,
on this
stack
board
cards, the tokens.
comes in the core set.
Yeah.
This is a Walking Dead playmat that we bought. It's a 20 by 20. This is an X-Wing game mat that you won or got at MTG Madness,
I
right?
think they gave it to me at
the tournament.
Yeah.
So these are unaffiliated entirely officially with Atomic Mats, but there is a game mat for the game available. And those are kind of weird, right? Is it coming out on release?
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
But what we do know
printer.
is there are, if you look on on our end on distribution, you can see two different mats that are like the New York City style street goes with this terrain, right? And the expectation that they've said is they're going to explore other environments. So there's going to be terrain packs that release, and there's also going to be new mats that release. And so we actually have subscriptions for that as well.
Yeah, the game mat sub. And it's serving that first one, the first mat.
The game mats are serving the first one. Because it's coming out, or we expect it to come out on release, the terrain pack that you can also buy with this stuff is a pre-order item.
Yeah.
But there's a subscription where you get all the future terrain past that. So
Number 2 and beyond.
Yeah.
All right, so you got your 8 cards?
Yeah, and I'm going to link to that for people. Some people are asking questions about it. So I picked 8. Now, obviously, we're working out of a single core set here, right? So
I'm not even here.
All right, we're acting like you're not here. I picked my 8.
You're going to an event. This is this is Zach going.
So I
to an
picked these
event.
10, and these are the 8 that I chose.
You got these 10 models. You've got these 8 crisis cards, and then you've got 3 secure cards and 3 extract cards over here.
The same that we all have.
And everyone will have the same ones up front. But that'll be a really cool thing where, in the future, there might be 20 different secure cards and 20 different extraction cards. And so when you sit down to a game, you have no idea what side of that scenario your opponent's going to have control over. And that is a really fascinating thing, right? So there might be some very specialized scenario elements that certain teams will be excellent at. And if I bring this weird, say I bring Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're really good at these 3 scenarios, these 3 extraction cards, it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting to play on this, and it's a 13-point, it's like, interesting.
If there are some like 10, 11-point cards, like it gets really fascinating.
It makes it weird.
Also, the first time I was building this like 8-card set that I get to choose from, it's kind of interesting because having Ricochet Blast and Avengers Assemble and Second Wind, which is 3 of my cards that are either Avenger specific or character specific, is a really strong tell that I'm probably going to play Iron Man and Captain America.
You're definitely going to do that, yeah.
No matter what 10 that I brought. Now, I could play all 5 of these, and I don't have to play any of those characters at all to use those cards. But there's some really interesting choices because this is open knowledge.
Yeah.
Your opponent's going to get to see it, and it's like if you have Age of Ultron and a bunch of Cabal stuff, that's going to tell them a lot more about what they expect you to play, which tells them, because you pick scenarios before you choose your team. So there's a lot of new, it's like, this could be something simple you just do to set up to play a game, but I feel like in like tournaments particularly, or when you're playing against people you don't know, there's so much nuance here, which I love.
It's a whole different game. There could be a extraction card that says before, choose a affiliation, all things of that affiliation cost +1 during this scenario. It's like,
yikes.
Yeah, all the Avengers are +1, cool. Okay, so we built our roster. We've got our 10 characters, we've got 8 team tactics cards, and we've got 3 secure crisis and 3 extraction crisis.
We did it.
Okay. So then we create the battlefield. It's played on a 36 by 36 inch table, which we have here on the X-Wing mat. We've kind of lost a corner down here that you guys can't see, but we won't really bother with that. And now it's pretty wide open on how this actually happens. So it says each battlefield must contain a mix of terrain, features of various sizes and shapes that are destructible and block line of sight, and movement of characters. Players should include a minimum of 12 terrain features ranging from 1 to 5 size, with the majority of features being 2 to 4. Both players should agree on the specific distribution of terrain features and their placement on the battlefield. Terrain should not be placed within range 2 of any battlefield edge or another terrain feature. So this is our distance that terrain must be
from the edge and
itself,
from each other.
and also from
And it
the
says
edge
players
of the map.
must agree, right? So
We
we
must
can
agree.
kind of talk it out and like put some stuff down.
And I think if there were like, if you're going to release like an official tournament, kit or something, you might have specific rules for how to do terrain like X-Wing. You place asteroids one at a time. So let's just place terrain one at a time. How about that?
Let's do it. Let's move all this.
You take we'll give you a car and a lamp. I'll take 2 dumpsters, a car and a lamp, and then we each get 1. So you get the big building, and then I get 2 dumpsters. That's the trade-off.
Sounds good.
And I've got 5, so why don't you let me kick it off here?
All right, and we had a question here from James Salyers. What up, James? He's the man, the myth, the legend, the
Say, why do
Canada
those
template.
range rulers look so good?
Then ask James, that's why. He's asking if in organized play for Crisis Protocol, do you anticipate players will be responsible for bringing a playmat? So I do think players will be responsible for bringing terrain, like as you were saying, 12 pieces ranging from this with the majority of whatever. But I think the playmat requirement will probably just depend on the event in the store. So as far as I'm aware, we're planning on having a fair number of mats in the store for use, so you don't have to like carry those around and stuff. But at the same time, I could see some of these, have a 50-person event, you're gonna need 25 mats. So I would just check in with a specific event.
I'm putting one right there.
All right.
I'm gonna still try to play to the. You want to play to this? Don't put the building here, right? Can we agree on that?
I'm into that.
Now we could, if you wanted to, we could kind of like
just go crazy with it.
just drop one of those there.
I mean, I just feel so compelled to put a building right here.
Yeah, it just kind of has to be there, doesn't it?
Let's just do it like
That's
this.
kind of our Walking Dead.
I feel like it looks. I'm making the camera angle again.
All right,
This is for you.
Here, look, this is a car that's.
I like that. You want to turn it over? You want to get crazy with it?
Let's turn it over.
It's not as pretty.
Let's do
That's
this.
cool. I like that. You want to?
Let's do it for the camera.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
For the camera. Definitely for the camera, not for us, because it's better. Let's go with a little stoplight here at this intersection.
We'll just have a friends agreement that like don't do anything that's insane, right?
Yeah,
like,
I mean that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't put a stoplight right here. Nobody builds a city like that. It doesn't make any sense.
Let's not do anything that would take us out of the element, you know?
Yeah, right. You're gonna make me
That's
not
it.
suspend my disbelief any longer. Now on the star space here, let's not sleep on this. I'm gonna put a star dumpster.
In space?
Yeah.
So here's how we can describe this. Doctor Strange has
Please.
created this barrier. So this is actually all like in our brains. What's going on right here in this middle zone is like this like weird reality that he gave us so that we wouldn't lose our brains.
That's
out
right.
in the
Okay.
nebulous.
It's a sparring match,
yeah,
let's say.
yeah, 100%.
It's a simulation.
Yeah.
A
Thanks,
simulation.
Doc. Doctor Strange. All right.
Doctor
well,
Strange can really account for a lot of things that don't make any sense.
Let's get a lamppost out in the ether over here. Let's just go over here. Just in case we need to.
I'm going to put a lamp. I feel like we need a little piece of terrain over here somewhere.
And I feel like, just for good measure.
You going to space car it?
We're going to space car, yeah. Space car. I'm gonna move some of these templates. Let's get some action over here in the corner.
Oh, right. You're ruining the template pocket there.
Let's just go
We're
right
going to
here.
move that car unknowingly, unthinkingly during this game.
Nope, not happening. Not here. Not us.
I feel like this.
Yeah, it's a good little spot for a garbage can dumpster. Okay, so we set up terrain.
That's all of our
We agree with
technically,
it.
we would have 12 pieces. So we would have 4 additional pieces of terrain for this size of board.
Yeah.
So if we imagine right now, let's look. Let's see if we broke the rules. Oh.
This is definitely breaking the rules. Let's do this.
Within 2. Yeah, I like that. Okay, solid. Boom. We had rules here. Yep. All good. Okay, measure. I can't eye it. Oh, I have to measure it. Zach's looking at me, the X-Wing player, like, oh, that's at least 3 asteroids worth of.
You do get used to that kind of stuff.
Okay, so we've done it. The battlefield is created before players make any decisions, so stop making decisions. After the battlefield is ready, determine who will start the game with a priority token. Now we roll it off.
All right.
So this is your
I
roll
was
for
going to
initiative.
flip this and it lands on blue eye. I can be first.
It's more thematic to roll.
I'm just
Thank
kidding.
you.
Like, they're both blue.
The player with the most criticals, wilds, and hits takes priority. 5 dice each.
All right. What am I looking for here?
Blanks.
Wilds and crits and something.
Wilds, crits, and hits. Yeah. All right, you got 2. I got 1. So the priority token goes to the player with the most. There's no choice. You must take it.
I took priority.
Zach has priority. Then we build the mission. So we include the 6 different cards there. Crisis cards can be secure, which means they specify important elements on the battlefield that you need to lock down or protect, those kinds of things. And then there's extraction cards, which are the things you pick up and extract.
So extraction cards are red, and secure cards are blue, and the core set comes with 3 of each.
Okay, so you have your 2 stacks here. The player with the priority token chooses one of their decks, secure or extraction, to
Red,
shuffle
right? It's gotta
and
be
draw
red.
2 cards from.
I'm going to shuffle my... And you only bring 3, and then they tell you to shuffle it.
That's right. So you only bring 3, and then each player...
So good.
The other player shuffles their deck of crisis cards from the other crisis type and
Look how
draws 2
cool
cards.
the back of these look.
So I would bring a red and blue stack. You would bring a red and blue stack. If you choose your red stack as priority, then the other player must choose their blue
Yeah,
stack.
and over time, you can imagine there would be a lot of these.
Yes.
Because if we're getting these in basically every character expansion and then the terrain expansions and stuff, there's 80. Who knows which ones I have? And
Yeah.
the stack I pick, this is not open
You bring
knowledge,
3.
right?
You only bring 3.
So you bring 3 that are good for you, but who knows what your opponent's got lurking over there?
Okay. So now here's what happens.
All right, shuffled.
Once both players have chosen, okay, so draw 2 cards and choose one and put it face down.
All right. I got to read these things. Or not.
Yeah, or not. That's what I'm thinking. Ooh, I like that one. And I'm going to try to do one that we haven't done.
I'm the same, so that eliminates this one.
Yeah, me too. Okay, put them face down. These are out of the game. Thank you. Been doing this for over a decade, haven't we? All right, and then they reveal them simultaneously. 1, 2, 3. Ha! All right, so read to me the headline.
All right, headline number 1 from the Daily Beagle. Just in Riot Spark over Extremis 3.0 setup. Place 4 Extremis consoles, target of opportunities, shown on map D.
All right, so now we
cards.
have map cards. Those are over here. See, everything's modular. It's not baked in, so you can always control and change everything. Here's map D.
All right, we need, and here's what we're going to do. I need the 3 range, which we got, and I need the 4 and the 5. So 4 and the 5 from that edge, if you don't mind.
4 and a 5 from that edge.
Here's
okay.
the 3. So
Boom.
it's going to be this far out.
Ooh.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, man, it's a dumpster town.
It's right here on the side of the dumpster. So
And
we
what
need
are we doing? Extremis
an
console?
Extremis console,
All right,
and
and
it's
this-
actually going to go right there on the dumpster.
Right here.
That's where the star's at, yeah. And then we're going to repeat that. Let me see this. 4 and the 5 over.
Measure once, cut twice kind of a thing?
We got 4 of these tokens coming in.
All right. I feel like I understand the pattern.
So we're going to go 1 right here in this inside corner.
Ding.
And then basically
I like
straight
that there's one in
across.
the dumpster. I'm just going to
And
make
it
this
looks
easy for
like
us.
it's the same distance. So it's 3 off the edge, straight across.
So it
here.
should be around here, right?
Straight. Make sure it's lined up. Yeah. And then if you want to put this over there,
Looks good to me.
it's straight down this line in the middle. This road line.
That
the
road
hash mark.
line?
Yep, you got it.
Boom.
All right. And it says scoring.
This one's wrong. Or Matt's wrong. Or Matt, I think, is wrong. Oh, there we go. Is that right?
Sure.
3 from the
Yep,
edge? Is
we
that the
got it.
idea? Okay, yeah. I'm just going to drop this boy down. That's going to be easier for everybody.
All right. It says players score 1 victory point for each Extremis console they secure during the cleanup phase. Interact. Remove 1 damage from a non-dazed character within 2 of the Extremis console. I think we used that one before.
And you don't have to interact. It doesn't cost an action to interact with things, right? Hold on.
Yeah, that's right. Interact does not cost.
Let me read you from the back of the rule book here.
From downtown.
Interacting with an objective is not an action. Number 1 rule of Crisis
Yep.
Protocol.
All right, so it's not interaction. You can remove a health from a non-dazed character within 2 of the console.
That's very nice.
So if you secure it, which means you have the most healthy characters within 1.
I love that system, by the way.
Yep.
It's so
Makes you want to punch people at the objective. All
It's
right.
devastating. My
Ready for
5
the-
injured can't secure over your healthy Captain America.
It makes sense.
Aggravating.
You ready for the headline number 2?
Yeah, what's headline number 2?
October, whatever today is. Official news. Spider infected invade
Ooh,
Manhattan.
I love this one. I've got these
Place
spider.
5 spider virus infected civilians as shown on map F.
Okay, map F. Do
I
you
got
have
it somewhere. There it is. Whoop. All right, so
Hi, Nicolo.
let me...
Party people indeed.
Okay, so the 4 and the 5. Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Wait, where are
4
we?
and the
F?
5.
Are we on D? What
Trust
are we
me
on?
here.
Hmm.
We're on F. So I'm going to mark this for a second. 4 and the 5. And then 4 and the 5 here. So
You want one of
it
these
goes
boys?
direct center. I need it right here.
Oh. You want to just put it like crawling out of the car?
Yep, sounds good to me. They got infected and it went
Yeah,
crazy.
that's great. Do we put it on the civilian side, I imagine, right? Does it say civilian?
It says, place 5 spider virus infected civilians.
Oh. Let's put them on the spider side.
Yep, they're clearly infected. And
Yeah.
so then...
That's so gross. Ugh.
I need the 5.
Humans turn into spiders. That turns out to be something I'm not into.
Weird. 5 and the...
Sorry, yeah.
5 and the 2.
Yes, I found that one out today. Put that one on the bio.
Where's the 2? So let's go this way first. 5 and the 2. Mark that right there for a second.
Man, what a trust exercise this is. I'm in the habit of not believing this is right at all. So you're just squaring off into the different quadrants.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to do the same thing there. So we need 5 and 2 from the wall. And then we'll mark it here. But then we need it comes 5 off of that side. Yeah. So then the other 2 are going to be direct opposite of these.
Okay. You want to eye it?
Yeah. You willing to do it? I'm willing to do it.
I guess we can make sure they're 5 off of
There you go. Lined up? Good. Good.
Yeah. That was fun already. I'm having a great time.
Well, all right. See you next week.
All right,
played the
now
game.
shake hands and move on to the next round.
Here's this. We can have those back.
Okay. So that's set up. We have built the mission. Is that true?
All right, let me finish reading this. Interact. This doesn't cost an action. Pick up an infected. A character cannot hold more than 1 infected.
Okay.
During the power phase at the beginning of the turn, starting with a player with priority, players roll a die for each character they control holding an infected. If the result is a crit, wild, or hit, that character advances small before rolling for the next character. The opposing player resolves this advance. You score 1 VP for each infected held by a character they control during cleanup. Okay.
So they move you towards bad things if you're holding them.
So during the power phase, starting with, I have priority right now, I roll a die for each character I control that's infected. So if you control it, right, if I had control this one and this one.
And you got to hold it? You have to be holding them?
You have to be controlling it.
Controlling, so just around. That's a hold. It's an extract. It's an extract.
Holding an infected. So you have to pick them up?
Yeah.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, because you're grabbing them, and then they're trying to wriggle away, so they're moving you towards
Holding. So what does it mean to hold
bad
it?
things. What does it mean to hold? Did your mother never teach you this?
I got problems.
Oh man, this got real.
Hey, we had my mom on camera recently, so
Yes, we did.
the world will get to see.
It's on the way. Hold is the thing. I think we just spend a power to grab it. If I
Harley
remember.
says yes, pick them up. So for each one they hold, you roll the die, and if it's a hit, crit, or a wild, that character advances small before rolling for the next character.
Yeah. So, and I get to move your thing holding the spider dude. So basically, the way that I understand it is like, I'm going to give you this token as an idea. Let's say Black Widow is holding a spider civilian. You roll. If it's a hit, I choose a small movement to move this character. Because you're essentially, as I understand
the opposing player resolves it.
Yeah,
so it's
like,
negative.
It's like, there's a spider thing, and you're trying to secure it.
I was missing the opposing player.
Yeah, so like I could run you like towards this car and then
or right into your model.
Dump you into it. Yeah. Okay, that's square, so we know the scenario that we're going to be playing. Okay, so that's fun.
I'm going to let you be the arbiter of that.
I'll arbit all things.
All right.
Then we have the player without the priority token.
That's you.
That's me. Oh wait, you select of these two, what is the threat value that you would like, 17 or 17?
Let's go with 17 on the red.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now that makes somebody with priority a pretty significant player in the setup of this game. If you're choosing between 12 and 20.
Well, and priority gets to choose which stack they're pulling from. And then also which point value you're playing at, which is super good.
So you can give yourself a decent shot at doing the point value that you want.
And like if you can get 2 or 3 that are like 13, then you know you can go down at the 13 level.
Yeah,
I
like
love
that.
the
If you
idea
got
of like a
priority.
small ball list.
Yeah.
It's like,
And then also the 25-point list.
oh, it's terrifying.
Woo.
I would just immediately forfeit.
I
It's
hope
like
you
that's
brought
too
enough
many
money.
characters. That's just not, I can't do it.
Okay, now because I don't have priority, choose the deployment edge, and you must be on the opposite edge.
This is one of my favorite things about this process that I did not know until just today. So you basically choose any board edge, and I have to set up on the opposite.
Yeah.
So technically, right, you could pick this side and I'm over there.
Yeah, let's do that.
That seems extremely inconvenient.
All right, so I'm going to make it convenient for us all of
Great.
us watching. I'm going to choose this edge to deploy, which means you get to just stay there, which I feel like is fine.
Yeah.
You're already kind of set up over there. You look pretty happy. All right, now we go to, and we place all of our objective tokens, etc. And then we go to building a squad.
Okay,
Oh, wait,
so-
hold on. Here's the hold stuff. Here's the hold stuff. A character that picks up an objective token is holding it. Yes, I recognize that. May spend 1 hour to interact with a token. Interacting with the token,
1
etc.
hour?
1 power.
Oh, may spend 1 hour. It's
May
like,
spend
oh my
1
goodness.
power.
We don't have that kind of time.
Okay, pick up objective. Oh, it'll tell you. Doesn't it tell you on the card?
Probably. Reading comprehension is low over here.
Interact. Pick up an infected. Yeah, pick up an infected. Okay. So you interact, which costs a power to pick it up. Makes sense. All right, then we go to winning the game. Do you know how to win the game? Can you
Killing
explain that?
all of your characters.
That's
or defeating them.
entirely
Knocking
wrong.
them out.
A player immediately wins when they score 16 or more victory points.
That's why I lost that last game. Or did I lose it? I didn't lose. I downtowned it.
If neither player has won by the end of round 6, the player with the most victory points wins. If both players are tied, the game continues until a player scores victory points and has more than their opponent.
But you can win by defeating all your opponent's characters.
If only one player has characters on the battlefield, they immediately win the game.
That's my goal.
Yeah, that's hopefully how you're going to lose. Now, if the game is designed well, the person who's trying to kill all of my characters should be a little bit less able to do that than I am to score points.
But it's a curve, right? Because like up front, I'm not doing much. I might cost you an action or two here or there. But like,
It's like a mill deck.
I feel it kind of feel like is what happened in that last game where you were ahead on points, and I was ahead on characters a little bit, and then that last turn or two, I was able to just like.
But nothing was off the board. Nothing was removed from the board.
I thought I knocked someone out.
Maybe. I can't remember. I don't know what happened. Building a squad. After the mission has been formed, players build their squads. To build a squad, players select characters from their roster that have a maximum combined value equal to the number. So build your roster. Here's what you would do. So technically, let's say this is your roster. Okay.
I'm gonna put them. People can see them.
You can't do that though. So it got to be secret.
You don't know my roster?
It's got to be secret.
It's a secret roster.
It's a secret roster.
One more time. It's a secret roster?
Here, take this.
I didn't know it was a secret roster.
I can't see those.
You
Put
don't know.
yeah.
You can't possibly know what characters I have.
All right, so here's how this would work. Normally, I think you would, then take your 10, and so then you put them like below your table, or you move them from your bag to your little
It's
tray.
really secret? That's kind of...
It's really secret.
So it's open knowledge once you get to the game, but before then, it's all a cloud of mystery.
It's all a cloud of mystery. You don't know what they're choosing.
All right, so you don't know my tactic cards, you don't know my characters. That's fascinating.
Nope.
It's kind of terrifying. Anything could be coming out of that bag, you know what I mean?
That's right. Yep.
I'm going to stop doing this because this is unnecessary. I'll just hold on to the box.
Okay, and then once we're ready for deployment, we reveal our squad and tactics, and then we start deploying.
We each pick our tactics and our characters before
in secret.
the other person has revealed theirs.
Right.
So in secret, I pick these 5 models.
All right, and we'll just assume that in secret, your opponent chose these 5, which I will be representing.
Yep, you're welcome.
And then tactic cards. So give me 8 tactic cards. I'll be your
You need to
Huckleberry
actually
here.
think about it and pick yours.
Well, I'll be Age of Ultron and Dark Reign. Let's go there, because I will be Cabal.
Those seem pretty okay.
Give me, I'm going to play Weird. I'm going to play Sacrifice. Mission Objective I'm going to take because I'm a real
You're an
player.
objectives player.
Let's go Disarm, Brace for Impact, and I think this list is just about making Crossbones invincible. 4, 5, 6.
Making Crossbones invincible. Perfect.
And let's see Heave-Ho. That seems like a good one. All right, so let's say we've revealed our squads now. Huzzah!
And technically our tactic cards.
Here's our 18
Those get
tactics,
revealed,
and
right?
then we pour over it and we say, oh, you're using those cards, okay. And then you're using these models, okay, I get it. I know, I've watched all the Team Covenant moveset videos. I know
So
what
you
all
know
these
how all that
models
works,
do.
yeah.
It's easy. And then we deploy. Players reveal their squad. Starting with the player with priority, you deploy characters. To deploy, put it within range 3 of your deployment edge, which will be here. You got range 3.
That's the only rule. I'm going to get rid of these 3.
There's your range 3.
All right. And you're going to be setting up way over there?
Yeah.
Downtown?
Yeah, downtown, yeah.
Downtown?
And
Uptown?
I'm going to just, spoiler alert,
Crosstown?
it's going to be closer to this side of the board because I'm not reaching out here.
Yeah, spoiler, I won't go that far either.
It's going to spike my audio.
If you're leaning over that much? Mm-hmm. So I could be literally next to this objective to start out.
Seems that way.
And those are the ones we pick up, though, eh?
These are the pickup boys, yeah.
Let's do this. Iron Man is not afraid of this
It's a
building.
beautiful little pattern this is made, right? It's a diamond.
Yep. So the extract and secure objectives lay on top of each other very well, and that makes sense, right? So
Yeah, shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. They got like.
it's very, very smart how they
know
do
what
that.
they're doing.
So I'm going to place Iron Man over here behind the building because he has flight.
All right, give me
Flight
that
seems
3,
good.
would you?
We go one at a time or all?
One at a time.
Are you serious? I didn't listen to a word you said.
Players take turns deploying the characters in their squad, starting with the player with priority.
All right, Iron Man is down behind the building. There's your 3 sticks.
You're just gonna fly up there and like hang out, essentially. I think
No,
that's-
he's just going to... What's this? Let me look at his stats. I have 2 objectives in this game, Steven. Defeat all your characters
And
pull
win.
off a ricochet blast. Inherently,
Okay.
defeating your characters.
You know what? I
Easy win.
have such plans. Oh my gosh, I can't even describe it.
I'm very excited to play an actual game of this. Wait, okay. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, within. Come on,
Within, come on. We play games.
Cheater.
Cheater.
DQ.
Kill him. All right. I also want Spider-Man over by the building because that's just fun.
Don't give off your plans too early.
I'm not here to
I'll
scheme.
capitalize.
You're gonna need
Hey,
it.
Gregory James, I see you over there. Hey, it's good to see you. Gregory James is one of our favorites. Did he come in for the Greg? You came in for the man, that old Netrunner event. I dressed like Jackson Howard or whoever.
The whatever tour.
Yeah, plugged into her.
Plugged into her. I got one of the words.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's just do this generically. Let's get Cap up in here.
All right, so there you go. So hey, I'll see you on that, and I'll raise you in Ultron.
We're gonna dance.
Let's put Ultron right here,
We got a date with Destiny.
and I'm definitely pointing at you.
All right, great. Crossbones terrifies me.
That's right. As we know from all comics and movies, he's probably the toughest superhero in the game.
Yep. We pick the purple things up. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Little spider civilians, and then they are a pain. You got to babysit
It's
them,
Spidey
basically.
in here.
Is this the part of the game where at some point somebody's going to do like a 7-hour video about how to do this well, and I'm going to be like, I'm
Inevitably.
just never going to do it well.
Inevitably, yes. Kellen says, I'm watching this with my wallet locked away just in case.
Yeah, good idea.
Very, very smart. This game will get you.
Don't you feel like Doc Ock should be next to this dumpster?
I've had that feeling my whole life.
Yeah, right. My entire existence has been about this feeling.
30 years of this feeling finally getting resolved. I can now move on.
All right, there we go. There's my big scary.
I don't even know what to do with Red Skull. I feel like he just sits in the back and gains power and doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's basically he's like a battery. He's a
literally
solar
just gonna.
charger.
I think he's literally just gonna control this thing
Yeah,
and do other things. I don't really know what he does yet.
he might go get some spiders.
Nah, he's just gonna hang out.
All right, I'm gonna put Baron. So Baron's interesting because I really want him in the fray with everybody. So let's put him here. Okay.
Probably should have thought about this.
Yeah, I would assume that's helpful.
Yeah, Red Skull not gonna be doing much. All right, mine. We got the 3.
Yeah. Can't you just look at your line of 3?
No, it's got to be accurate. See?
Ah, yeah, nice. Nice, well placed. I like that.
Just for some flavor.
This is definitely the showdown that everyone's looking for. And Captain Marvel, I think, is going to threaten this objective over here.
I'm still not quite sure how she works in a game, period. She's just
You have
kinda like,
you have energy blast, right? In Iron Man.
Oh, yeah.
So she's got this energy absorption ability. So I'm going to try to set up
not doing
Iron
it.
Man v Captain Marvel. Wait, I said the quiet part's loud.
Yeah, wait a second. That was supposed to be in my head.
All right, we set our friends up.
Before we actually kick this off, this is actually a really good question from Chris. He says, what are you guys enjoying more, Crisis Protocol or Champions?
That's hard to say.
I would say...
Champions is immediately appreciable because we played games like it a bunch.
Forever.
And forever, and we take to it like fish to water, I would say.
Well, I also think that, like, Champions is...
It's totally different, though.
As a cooperative card game, just pinnacle. Just peak what you want out of a game. And if you're into miniatures and a hobbying, I can't imagine, and Marvel, I can't imagine ignoring this game or not playing it, not trying it. And I also think just the value of the core set is so good that, like, it's worth picking up, even if all you're ever going to do is paint them.
Just checking that. Yeah, I agree. I don't even care about hobbying.
Hey, don't mind me.
I didn't even think that was possible to be like a gerund, a noun form ending in ing, but more specifically that hobbying could be like its own thing, because technically everything is a hobby. Like, am I hobbying when I play volleyball, right?
But the hobby of
no, we're talking about crafting, painting. Why don't we call it art?
Something.
Why don't we call it?
It is art.
Are you into the art?
But I mean, like, the thing about it is, I think the art of deck building is real. I think the art of like it really is. Like, to me, it's when you actually
it's not visually artistic.
But it is an art form.
Yeah.
You're making an engine that does something.
Some people say anything that exists is art.
I do not believe them.
They are not right. Just get that one out of the way. There's actually some arguments. You know, there's some actually, philosophically, there's some interesting things there. Don't forget about this, Civilian.
Oh, that's the whole goal.
Now we begin, and you take the first turn as the player with priority, and we're ready. So how long did that take us to set up with...
8 years.
With jokes and explanations.
The video's only been rolling for 15 minutes.
Okay. Let's start with the power phase. Each character...
How long have we been going? Do you guys know?
Check that.
I can't see.
Oh yeah, everybody can probably.
No, we don't even know. Started streaming 52 minutes ago.
See? I'm having so much fun that time disappears.
All right, so here's the thing. So my side of the board here, I'm going to test out, essentially I see a question about this. I am testing out no affiliation. Like, do you need affiliation bonuses to have this game function well for you? Do you have to play a Cabal list? Do you have to have Red Skull in that Cabal list? Do you have to play an Avengers list with Captain America? Can you get rid of your affiliation, which is what I would try to do, and have a great team, regardless? So you're not going to get Red Skull's affiliation bonus. You will get Captain America's because you do have the Avengers affiliation. I have the Cabal affiliation, but I'm not running Red Skull, so I'm not going to get a leadership bonus for Red Skull being on my team.
Do you know if this is true? KY saying you can only have one leader on your team. Period.
I didn't read anything about that. You can only benefit from one leadership ability.
I'm choosing Captain
on your team.
America's.
Yeah, obviously, because you're not even Cabal.
Nope.
Now, one
Cabal
critical
around.
piece of this is that if you had two Avengers that had a leadership ability, you would have to choose one of those for the game.
Yep.
You cannot get two leadership abilities
That
at the
makes
same
sense.
time. Yeah. All right, I've got my tactic cards. You've got the first turn. Everybody gains 1 power.
It's a party.
I guess I need my cards. I'm just going to put them right here. You know the thing about this game, Zach? You need a lot of room.
Yep. It is in that way. I mean, when the stat cards are 4x6, you should know.
Yeah, what would a miniatures game be without
Yeah, we can
an
move these
immense
templates if you need
amount
this
of
space.
room needed? I think I'm going to be okay.
I'll just put them right here. They're in reach.
All right, and then I'll push these over, and there we go. Okay, there we go. Got it. All right, take the first. Wait, everyone gets a power. So this is me
party
getting
time.
power. Yeah.
Yep.
This is
So I get the first activation.
Yep.
You see?
We got any abilities that resolve at the activation phase, or the power phase? Nobody has any of those. I've done all those videos. Activation phase. Start it off.
I'm just reading my cards. You know what I mean?
I surely do. I, however, don't have to read cards. Neither does anybody watching our live streams religiously, as you all know, because you have seen all of these videos covering all of these characters.
Someone here saying that you can't have two. You just have to choose one of the abilities, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I think. So last time I did this thing where Spider-Man was next to an objective, I picked up the person, and then you went, and then you moved to an objective we both could get and got that objective. So I
Sounds
feel
like something smart I did.
it does. It's very, very smart. Spidey's got the long move here. Let's just see how far. I can go get that.
No pre-measuring. I'm just kidding.
I thought that was explicitly
It's
allowed.
explicitly allowed, yes. So if anyone tells you that in the game, they're wrong.
All right. Let's just.
Oh wait, I only need 5. I only have 5 of these.
Five what?
I didn't do my.
You just picked your 5 out of the rest of them, right?
Well, I picked 8. So before you make any
Oh.
moves, make sure you understand what I'm capable of.
I have not even considered what
Brace
you're
for
capable of.
impact.
I'll
and,
experience it firsthand.
Let's do this. Oh, heave-ho is so fun. Let's do heave-ho. Heave-ho. Do. We're going to heave-ho that car right off the board. And I don't know what team tactics you really have, so I just want to be surprised by
That's
them.
that's how I'm rolling.
As it turns out, I think this game's going to take about 3 hours to play. If you're doing it right, that should be a positive of the game, not a negative. Like, I think anytime you have this much dedication put into a modeling style game, it's not like X-Wing. It shouldn't be like, let's quickly have a go. It's like,
Yeah.
let's watch some superhero movies together.
I would say
On
though,
the table.
like, if we were familiar with the list and what was going on, the whole setup is probably like a 20-minute thing.
Yeah, but like, we're going to be thinking for a long time. There's a lot of thinking in miniatures games.
Lots of thinking time.
Yeah.
Or not. We could just not think, YOLO it.
I mean,
And
you
make this
do you.
happen.
You're
Here's
the
some
guy.
thinking wine.
You're the guy in the thinking.
Thinking wine?
Yeah, right.
All right, I'm going to not think.
Let's have some wine for more good ideas.
I'm going to go with Spidey. He's going to move.
Oh,
And then
look at Spidey.
he's so almost there. Let's actually do this maneuver. You ready for this?
Oh, here we go.
Avengers Assemble. All my Avengers can spend 1, and then if they do, they can advance a short.
Red Skull can't. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, he's not an Avenger. So we're going to go Iron Man.
Black Widow, an Avenger?
Spider-Man. She is.
Is she on the card?
How do you tell that?
It's on the card over there. Everything's on cards.
Oh, but why? Oh, you know why?
Because you can
I
change
bet,
it
I
at
bet
any
they'll
moment.
change this later. Yeah,
Flip that one over. Yeah, there you go.
Black Widow.
She's on. Yeah.
The one and only. We'll go ahead and do it. Why not? Spending 3. They all get to move a short. Let's go Spidey.
Oh my gosh. You're going to regret this decision.
No, I'm not.
Are you going to try to pick it up and move?
Oh,
back?
definitely.
Yeah, that's some garbage.
That was probably not worth it.
All right, on the car and off the car.
Iron Man's going to hop up there. And, okay, so I assembled. And you can only play one of these a turn?
Jabimbo.
Or could I, like, tactic?
Hold on. I can look it up.
I'm here to ask questions and not have to have any of the answers.
Does it say that?
I don't know. I just assume. It couldn't just be like,
Well, I mean, isn't that kind of the point of team tactics?
maybe. Perhaps,
You could just
my
like
dude.
chain together some amazing
I
things.
like that you're like, you're going to regret this decision.
Yeah, I don't think you are.
Then you realized what I was doing.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
There may be a flaw in my plan, though. Where are those objective cards?
Right here.
Did I have to spend a power to pick that thing up?
Mm-hmm.
Bad plan.
It's almost like they knew.
Interact cost of power, or does it have to say?
Hold on. I got to get into these rules now. This is why editing these kinds of videos is actually really helpful.
Yeah, because it takes it from a 6-hour experience to a 20-minute experience.
Can you do anything that doesn't involve me looking this up?
What are you looking for?
Team tactic cards.
I don't need it. I'm not going to do it right now.
Okay. But that would affect whether Spidey can pick up that civilian, right?
I imagine that you burning the card down, right? You could do as many as you wanted to. You only can do it once.
I sure hope so. I mean, I feel like that's the kind of thing I remember if I read.
The thing about
Here we go.
You got the energy.
Okay. To play it, follow the instructions. Once it's played, it's discarded, and you can't use it again for the rest of the game. That's it. That's it. You're fine. You're totally
All right.
fine.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't say once per.
It doesn't say once per game. You can only...
The issue is that my whole plan needs to be restarted here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have to use a power to pick that thing up.
Yeah, you can't, though, can you?
I can. Watch me. It's amazing. Bam. It's
You
like
don't just want to go out there in the middle of nowhere
and do nothing.
with no power, do nothing, and then let me take
That
a turn?
seems really bad. It was clever until it wasn't.
Yeah, I think
There's
that's all.
this.
I think we're all good on that. You can play as many as you want.
All right, so
Good. I like the not like those occasional rules that like the one player's like you can't do that.
yeah. All right. Wah, wah, wah.
You got too clever, bun. Too clever.
I need more power.
And it does, yeah. It costs an action to, does not cost an action to interact. It costs a power to interact.
All right. Well, in that case, my dude, let's just go with Red Skull.
Okay.
He's going to use his Cosmic Cube. Roll 3 dice. No, roll 5 dice. I gain 3 power. That's the first thing that happens.
Yeah.
Can I have
Read it
5
in
dice?
order. It.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm trying to read it sideways. It's not good. All right, let's start this over. Where am I at?
Now pay. Here's
Cosmic
your 5
Cube.
dice.
Gain 3. Roll 5 dice. For every skull roll, they take a damage.
Yeah. 5 skulls here would just be incredible. Just be killer. None skulls.
That would be an amazing attack, though.
You take
3
0
crits and 2 wilds.
Take 0 damage.
And this is a superpower, so it doesn't cost me an action.
That's right.
Choose this character, another character within 4 of this character, and place it within 2 of its current position. This costs me 3, so I'll use a superpower. I'll spend 3 for Master of the Cube. Or a character within 4, so Spider-Man's within 4.
I found a way to do it.
Place it within 2. So, now is within 2, like it has to be inside this template, I assume?
I mean, yes. And
Like-
I think it has to be touching.
So like, is that within 2?
I think so.
All right, we'll
Right?
do it.
That's, yeah, right?
Surely.
Yeah. Right.
Right, sure.
Surely, right? Yeah.
I like Attorney has his hat on backwards. It's like, sure.
Yeah, within 2. Within range of 2.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I still haven't taken any actions. Thanks, Red Skull.
Don't call me Shirley.
And let's move. He's got a medium.
Where does that even... Here we go. Objective tokens. Yes. At any time during a character's activation, while within range 1 of an objective token, the character may spend 1 power to interact with that token. A character may interact with multiple tokens in the same, but can't interact with the same token more than once. Now, here's an interesting thing. It says, at any time during a character's activation. Does that mean you can run by and pick it up on your way?
I don't think so, because you can't stop mid-movement.
You can in Aristea.
This is not our stand.
I've been sorely...
His second action, he's going to move to right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to spend his last remaining power to pick up the infected.
Okay, so you've got a Spider-Man.
An infected person, yes.
All right. Well, okay. So I've got some decisions to make here. I know that Crossbones has one role in this game, and that is to find a way to get into the middle of things.
By the way, Harley said, just flip the comic back to page 1. Roll it back. This can't
All
happen.
right, hit me with a small movement, would you? Crossbones is activating, and I only have a small, so my main goal is just to start becoming relevant. Second action, I'm going to move again.
Is he going to grab that infected person?
You know, he absolutely is.
You're so... yeah. Okay, good.
You think I'm within 1 here?
You're within 1.
you?
No, I'm not. I was curious if you were in range of me to attack you with someone.
I hope so, because it allows me to move towards you, so that's kind of Crossbones'
That's kind
deal.
of scary.
I'm just going to hold this spider thing and just wander around.
All right. Spider thing, it's a person.
Over to you.
It's a real human.
Over
They're just
to you.
infected by a disease. All right.
Where do you draw the line, though?
Let's go Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Do-do-do.
You mean person infected by a disease?
He's not infected. He's going to move,
That's actually the entire idea
Here.
of Spider-Man. Mm-hmm.
and then he's going to spend a power. Pick up my spider friend. Spider friend. Spider friend.
You should be uniquely able to handle spider people.
And then he's going to hop back up here because it's
Liberal
just the best
reading
spot
of
for him
that
to be.
template. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so Spider-Man is now up there.
It's not the worst time to be a liberal reader of things.
Okay, so you're already advancing the win condition here.
I came to party after you had your strategy session last week.
Yeah,
for 4
where's
hours.
that 2? Hand me that 2 template, would
This,
you? Yeah.
I had to come and not just get slaughtered. I expect to lose.
Huh. I'm gonna be right in the I don't think there's a good way for that to work.
You could have moved a little differently
Okay.
if you want to move 2 to get that objective over there.
Oh no. That I think Baron can make this happen. I need to look. So my range on this thing on my 0 is a 2, so I'm not going to be able to do anything with that. I think I'm just going to hit up this Extremist console. So give me a long movement if you would.
Zemo's fast.
Yeah, he's a fast one.
It's gonna be really cool this first like month of playing when like everyone has the same characters and we really learn these characters, and then like 3 or 4 months from now when it's like every list is completely different.
Boom.
I like both feeling comfortable at first and then just totally getting lost in the number of models available.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to take another move. I'm going to be right here. And then my main goal is to see if I can get... I feel like that's good, right?
Sure.
Full fuzzy math there.
It's fine.
Okay, and then I'm technically now securing this unless you get another healthy body in there, which would be nice. And
All
then remove 1 damage from a non-dazed character within 2 if I interact with it for a power.
All right. Let's see. How far is my shield throw?
It's cool, man.
4.
This is cool.
I can measure. It is really cool.
This is fun.
I'm
Hey, now.
I can measure.
Yeah, you can measure.
Right? Is it?
Yeah.
It's a real
Yeah.
thing.
I'm just trying to make you feel weird. I feel like I'm in geometry class again.
Yeah. Not quite. He's not quite there.
Did you ever take physics?
Can I toss a shield off of a car?
No.
That'd be cool. I feel like he does that in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, sadly you can't. Maybe a future Captain America can. Like,
I feel like you're about to bring some pain over there. You know what I mean? All right,
I'm just waiting to see how that side of the board develops.
I'm gonna do the same thing by taking my Black Widow action.
Yeah. You're in a good spot here to see what happens.
All right, so she's got this. The pistol. There it
The
is.
pistol's a 3 range, just 4 die attack. It's pretty nice.
She's not a healthy character though.
No.
So I gotta be.
What's 3? Is this like 3?
Is
Boom.
3 what I have to be within
Let's
range
say
of?
this. Am I right on that?
What's 3?
Did I nail that?
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
What's 3? Why are we measuring 3?
It's your pistol range.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are we doing this for? I'm okay with you just kind of having that objective. So let's do this. Widow has got a long move. Wow. She fast.
Lars Castine, I gotta admit, I'm baffled by 2 Marvel games with similar names coming out so close to each other and both getting promo on this channel.
What? I'm curious the baffling.
It's
Maybe
not
it's just a
terribly
lot of
baffling.
Marvel happening.
I'll tell you, the most baffling thing about this is like naming things so similarly. It makes no sense why this would happen.
Champions and Crisis Protocol?
Well, Contest of Champions is a mobile game.
Is it
Marvel
impossible
Champions
with Marvel,
card
though?
game.
Is it
Can't we
just
just not
impossible?
call things Champions? I mean, that's all you got to do.
Sure.
There's like 3 other things with Champions in the name. Bryce knows too.
Realm of Champions.
Realm of Champions is now coming out too. It's like we get it.
Let's do my geometry math.
Marvel Champions.
Marvel Champions comic book as well.
right.
Yeah. That's the
Those-
most convenient. We're just here because these were the 2 games out of Gen Con that we thought were
Worth
quite
looking at.
awesome. Yeah.
So she's going to move there. She couldn't quite get to
That's good.
the objective point in a single thing. And then she's going to just take a... Actually,
You gonna pistol shot me?
I'll just make sure. All right, great. Because she's got the whole, like, defending...
I have to be within 3 to target her.
But then if you're within 2, she adds blanks to her defense roll, so you don't want to get too close. She's lethal. I'm going to pistol. Let's go the first attack of the game.
Here we go.
Can I get three hot ones?
3 hot dice. Isn't it 4? 4 hot dice.
Yep, at range 3.
And
Thanks.
then I have a physical defense of 3, and it's a physical attack. So
right.
let's roll them up.
So a wild and nothing.
Your pistol didn't even have a wild on, does it?
Nope.
That's good for me. All right, also got a wild. Then we modify dice. I can reroll 1. It won't matter for Baron Zemo's strategic genius. And then attack fizzles, right? 1 to 1.
1 to 1.
Unless you got things that
I'm
change
gonna
it.
keep these over here for now. But now I'm forcing you to show me.
I wish I had that counter strike. I don't have the power for it yet.
You will. If I'd hit you, you would have.
It's funny because the first turn of the game, really nobody can do anything.
I think
You can very rarely get within the 0 cost attack range, which is usually 2, sometimes 3. And that's worth looking at because actually Ultron has a 0-cost 4-range attack. So I'm looking at, can I get him in a situation like if you move Cap up?
Yeah. Well, and to me, it was like after that last game, I made the opening mistake of getting an objective I can get that you almost couldn't. It was like if it was here, it's like, I'll grab this one.
Yeah.
I could have waited on that.
I don't know about that
But
one.
I think like sniping this one out here with Spider-Man is a
wise.
big play.
That's very wise. Let's go Doc Ock, shall we? Give me that medium template, would you? Shall we and would you?
This is an interesting rule. James says you can only use one range rule at a time when making measurements.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can't do the whole. That seems obnoxious.
Well, it's so you don't like lay out. You can't plan
like
out
you
the
could do,
whole.
like, 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get your abacus out of here.
But like, I don't know.
Like I could, because I could do right now. It's like, okay, let's lay this out, and then let's lay this one, and lay this one, and then it's like, okay, I'm 3 moves away. It's like,
Laura says,
just
yeah,
play.
sorry, I'm not trying to denigrate the games themselves, but the branding is strange to me.
It is a little interesting.
Ryan Roper. Yeah, the branding teams need a little more imagination.
All right, there's that. I'm within 1 of that, right? Are we cool with that?
Yeah, you're good.
I've got
So,
octopus arms.
The less
so-
we have to check things, the more fun I
All
have.
right, okay.
So,
Let's spend a power
measure
to
to feel.
capture a spider,
Nailed it.
and then
So we're on twosies.
do I want to move? Yes, I want to move here.
Are you afraid?
Or do I want to start trying to throw that car?
Remember, you'll throw it from your base, so like that's only going to move so far right now.
You know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm just going to stake a claim to this objective. So I'm essentially just going to go, like, right here. Wherever within 1 of that
You
is.
got
That
it.
looks like one
Yeah.
of me.
Intent stated.
All right, done. That frees Ultron up if I need him to go shoot a beam.
Party? Is what you're saying?
Now, really, I could try to put Captain Marvel up in and see if you'll forget and try to shoot at her with Iron Man, but I'm
Sick.
assuming you're a smart player.
Nah.
That was your first mistake.
Me? No. Dude.
Captain Marvel and Ultron have 4-range 0-cost attacks. God, his energy blast is strong.
Ultrons?
Yes.
It should be.
5
Do you have a
dice.
medium? Can I see this medium
Yeah.
over there? Let's just see something. How far can you go, Cap? Not far enough. Tough choices, eh?
You should step away from that objective and go into the middle of nowhere.
No, Iron Man wants it.
You're there if you want to get all the way over.
I'm just going to do this for a second.
Oh my gosh. What? Yeah, right? Can I get at least a template in there to mark its position?
It's straight on. I know where it's at. It's like, look, that's exactly where it was at. I could see the lip here. It was on here, and we're fine.
All right. Moving on. Let's just.
I'm not done yet. All right, Iron Man.
Doctor Strange.
Let's take,
Yeah, Doctor Strange,
let's take the Spidey crystal.
Do you spend a power for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then his second will be...
Oh, we need these. We need our check marks. Yeah. Bruh.
He's going to also hop up here. I don't know why being on buildings is one of my
it
favorite
seems
things.
it's not really a benefit to it as far as I can tell, but it does look cool. It does look cool.
Yeah.
Um,
What are you saying?
can you check mark?
Check mark?
Can you check
Yeah.
mark? Thank you. All right, here we go. Let's do it. See what happens. Give me that medium, would you?
Found it.
Okay. Ultron in the tank. Let's set this up. All right, medium move achieved. Anything worthwhile? No, 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 no. Let's try to attack. You're in range 4? He's not.
Are you kidding?
I just want to look at it though.
Would you look at that? I think I cheated you earlier, by the way.
So that's where you would have had to be
We'll
to get
resolve.
wrecked here.
Spider-Man would have been in that range if I had not been wise.
All right, let's get Ultron over here into dad mode. I don't think he can get the 1, but he's going to provide the screen for my
Captain?
my scramble. All right, here's that.
All right, we need to resolve something.
What do you got?
My Cosmic Cube ability earlier is an action. I didn't know those could be actions
cool.
down there. So, well, it's not fine because I Cosmic Cubed, moved Spider-Man with the power I got from Cosmic Cube, moved moved, picked up a thing. So I shouldn't be able to pick up the thing.
That's fine. Just put the thing back.
And I should be a move back, which is
Yeah, what are you, a medium or a small?
is a medium. So I was here, so I should have moved to like right here, which is fine, with a check mark, and then this thing will go back there.
Yeah, looks right to me.
And then he will gain a power back. Resolved.
We did it. Board state is legal. Your move. You got the final one, and then I've got Captain Marvel as the last hurrah.
Alrighty, Roo. Let's. Can I see that 4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do I get there? It'll be close. Let's see if we can get there. All right. El Capitan. He'll move.
Being on a building should give you cover, doesn't it?
It does something.
Derek G, yeah, that's correct, because I would be able to draw, you'd be able to draw a line between the attacker and the defender that crosses a terrain piece, which would be the building.
But then I ignore it, right? When I'm
You
on
ignore it when
'cause
you're
I'm, like,
shooting.
up the size or whatever.
You know, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's right, yeah. I'll read the rules for cover when we get there.
Oh, so close. It hurts. All right.
Yeah, because I'd be range, or I'd be size 2 shooting through a size 3 at a size 5, and so it's bigger than me. That sounds right to me. I'll get the book.
Well, I get the first action next round. Is that a thing?
Yes. We'll keep the rhythm going until it no longer works.
Feel the rhythm?
Any portion of the attacker's base anywhere through the terrain, the attacker not in range 2 of the defender. Okay, yeah. Range 1 of a terrain feature. Yep, yep, this all makes sense. What?
I like
The pre-credits?
Yeah.
It's a good comment there, Dark Prince. This game plays round 1, get into pre-credits scene for the movie. Round 2, the movie actually starts. Round 3, fight.
Let's dance. In retrospect, knowing that, I just realized it's like,
All right, Captain America is out of the
learned.
party here, huh? Out there just hanging out?
he's ready.
All
Ready
right.
for action.
Give me that medium. Captain Marvel. Time for the moment. I would just move that dumpster, but I think we can agree that this is about right. All right, flying, boom. First action. Yeah, is this 4 from Marvel to America?
a little
It's
past
close,
4.
but it's not, is it?
That was the problem I had. You don't have a 5? She's like Superwoman.
Not quite. Okay, second action. Let's go here. Yeah, right? Flawless play.
Well, just like, and then Red Skull's in the middle of nowhere. It's great. That's how we learn.
I'll get a little bit closer because I know that I can. All right, I just want to secure that. That's the main thing.
I can't wait to throw my shield off on both those characters.
Oh, yeah, it's happened. And then I'm activated. So we're all done?
All right. We
All
get to the end of the round,
Let's go to the cleanup phase.
and there's one of these things triggers off the cleanup.
Players score victory points from crisis cards. Mark these points on the mission tracker. So let's start with,
One is during this phase, one's during the power phase.
yeah, starting with the power. And this says players score 1 victory point for each infected held and 1 victory point for each extremist console secured. So let's start with you. How many held objective points?
I have 0 held objectives.
That was easy. What about the other one?
I have 2 infecteds.
And you're the good guys, so you go to 2 points.
Good's a frame of mind.
And then I'm securing 1, 2, 3. Look at me go. And then 4, 5. So just like last game, I will come out early and then lose. Okay, then resolve any effects that occur during the cleanup phase. You have any of those?
No,
None of those?
not that I'm aware of.
Any dazed characters? None of those. If a player who activated the last character has priority, they pass it. I activated the last character. I do not have priority, so nothing happens. Remove all activated tokens and move the round on the mission tracker to round numero dos. Yeah, I got one of yours there.
That's all right.
Friends, you can take that other one, that green one on Captain Marvel. Just hand it over here at some point. Okay.
All right.
All right, now we roll up. Here's round 2. Do we want this in the shot, camera crew?
Sure.
Is
It's in the
this?
shot. It was
This?
in the shot, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Great.
Do you want to turn it towards?
You can turn it straight up.
That'd be nice.
Can everybody see it? I don't think we're going to be fighting back here, so that's fine, yeah?
Yeah, it's going to take a miracle for
How's
us to
that?
fight over there.
Yeah, there we go.
Look good? Nobody's going to see this anyway. This is like...
Paganaw says, how's this going, my dudes?
Yeah, we can see
It's
it
going great.
overhead.
Welcome.
Okay. Each character gains 1 power. First things first. Do not forget this.
First things first, I'm the realist.
I'm the realist. 1. 1
Get it, Bryce.
and 1. Okay? Then, what does this say? During the power phase, starting with a player with priority... Okay, hold on.
It's going to mess things up.
Resolve any player effects that happen during the power phase. Do you have any player effects? There aren't any.
I don't.
Now, resolve any effects of crisis cards during the power phase. Spider-infected people. During the power phase, starting with a player with priority, that's you. Roll a die for each character holding an infected. If it's a good result on an attack, basically, I advance you a small movement. So let's start with who you want, Iron Man or Spider-Man? Your choice.
Let's go Iron Man.
All right, roll a die.
I have one.
If it hits, it's good for me.
Just a hit, not a crit or
Hit,
wild.
crit, wild.
Wow.
Yeah,
Defense.
doesn't matter.
All right.
Moving on to
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, yeah. Nothing. I'm going to get all that movement. Crossbones. Nothing.
All right.
And Doc Ock. Nothing.
All right, so nothing happened.
We tamed the spiders, clearly.
All right.
Understood.
And then I go.
And now it's the beginning of the activation phase, and you choose somebody to activate, unless there's a beginning of activation trigger that matters.
I don't think so.
I'll put medium template over here in the pile.
All right. Ooh, homing rockets.
Hey, Will. It's going great. I get to enjoy it now more because I have an understanding of how this game works and all the models and stuff. So I'm having a great time. I feel like I kind of know where I am, what I'm doing, what my options are. And then I presume Zach's having a good time. I don't know. I haven't asked him really.
It's terrible.
I
I
hate this.
I hate everything about this. So Captain Marvel, can absorb my energy. So that's the thing. How does that work?
I'll let you know. When I'm defending against an energy attack, for each wild in the defense roll, I can change one of your dice to a blank, and then I gain 1 energy for each die changed to a blank that way.
All right. What's Ultron's energy defense?
Ultron's energy defense is 3.
And is there anything weird like that?
No. Immunity to bleeding and
Is he-
poison.
Is
that
it
matters.
based under this?
Yeah, I think so. I'll take one.
I need to. There's some fancy moves here.
Yeah? Oh, yeah?
Playing cards doesn't take an action, right?
No, not unless it says it.
I see action nowhere on this.
Okay.
All right, let's start here. I'm gonna go with Iron Man.
There's so many options with these cards, with the team tactic
I
cards.
know. I'm
There's a
just
lot
like,
to do.
my
There's a lot
goodness,
you
this
can
is
do.
it's a lot to absorb. All right, I'm gonna go with Iron Man, and he's going to do his repulsor blast, which is a 4, and he's gonna shoot at Ultron over here. So I roll 4, and it's an energy attack. So you're gonna roll 3.
Yep.
If I get a wild, I can push you a small away, and then I also gain energy equal to the damage that is dealt here. So I roll 4, and hope that I hit something. So
That's great.
4 hits
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Kind of the definition of great.
4 crits would have been better, followed by 4 hits.
All right, here's Ultron's defense. Let me make sure I'm not missing any abilities. I've got 3 attacks. So this is one of the cool things that I learned when I was doing the movesets. Like your top 2 to 3 abilities that have the actual attack icon, you don't ever have to worry about them being like reacting to a defensive thing. So I look at my reactive superpowers. During the next attack, this character makes this turn when resolving crits. No, it doesn't matter. And then when defending against psionic, doesn't matter. So none of that will apply. We'll get none defense.
Wow.
So I'm going to be taking 4 big dads.
And I'm going to get a casual 4 power.
Me too.
That's very fortunate for my plan.
Yeah.
All right, let's see cool stuff happen on the table.
3, 4. I might play that old dumpster into Ultron moment during this game.
To hit your own Ultron, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. This is about to be crazy.
You got the thing. You doing that ricochet blast thing?
I'm doing all kinds of things. You said I could play any number of cards, right?
Yeah. I mean, I said that before you were doing it, so we'll see what happens now.
And is it considered? Let me read this. If Iron Man, he's the ricochet blast. So, I don't think I can do what I'm wanting to do.
Okay.
Tell me if that costs me an action. This is ricochet blast. If you want to pull this bad boy out, it's already up.
I don't, unless
Because it says I can use that attack. Does that mean? I feel like that means I'd have to be able to use the action.
may use the ricochet blast attack shown above once this activation. I have to assume, yeah, maybe. Attacks always take an action? Yeah.
Because like, here's what I want to do. I mean, it says I can use it though. So does that mean that I have the ability to use it, or it's like it triggers that I get to use it?
So under actions, it lists attack. Use an attack listed on your stat card. And this says, while within 4, you may use the ricochet blast attack shown above once this activation. I would guess that that counts as your action to use the attack. It's got the attack symbol. It looks like an attack. It's basically adding that to your stat card in a way. So I think it's just got to be an action.
That's how I feel about it.
But if it wasn't an action, it would be remarkable.
Yes.
But it also takes a lot to set up, doesn't
That's
it?
what I'm saying. Because like, it's telling me I can use it. Does that mean I get access to it, or that I get to use it for
It's a
free?
good question. That's FAQ worthy, I would say. Maybe it is in the FAQ. I think there was like a little FAQ section in here.
Perhaps.
Hold on, let me look at it. Everyone who wrote the book is like, look in the book.
Pagani, help me.
Okay.
You're my only hope.
Yeah, Will, we need you.
So like, I'll just explain my plan. I was gonna use drop off to move Iron Man up here, bring Captain America with me, use the free shield throw on Captain America, and then also use the ricochet blast. All right here.
Seems okay.
See, attack says literally use an attack listed on your stat card. You're not doing that. You're not using an attack listed on your stat card. By a clear, unreasonable reading of the rules, you are not doing that, so it shouldn't be an action. It doesn't say action anywhere on the card.
You gain access to the attack, and it's already.
Oh, it's in the day one FAQ. Okay, great. So that means
you
it
get
is an
access.
attack.
You would have to
Okay.
be able to do the
Okay.
attack. All right, that's still cool. How much house Ultron got?
2 left until dazed.
What?
Yep.
I hit him that hard?
Well, 4 out of 6. Yeah.
I could just shoot him again.
Yep.
And
Oh no, he realized it.
Cap's right here, so let's just do it. I'm ricochet blasting. If it's Iron Man's activation and he is within 4, actually, you know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna really bury you.
Yeah, you should give yourself some good odds because it would deny me an activation.
Cap
Just good.
has a day unlike any other. Each turn it may reduce the cost of the first superpower used by each ally. So I'm going to pay 2 for Friday AI. During the next attack action made by this character this turn, add 2 dice to its attack rolls. So I'm plus 2.
Seemed good.
Go ahead, 2 more. Yeah, let's get 9
It's
in
a
here.
7 die? What are you doing?
Yeah, well, let me look. Should I use it?
Homing rockets? What's it worth? It's 1 die worth is the question. What's the explosion do? Is it within 1?
Wild is enemy character within 2 of the target suffers a damage.
Rather than 2 with Captain Marvel?
Definitely.
No way.
Just out.
Strategically just out.
Genius. He's a genius.
I'm Rain Man in this game.
Do I use this? I'm going to use it. We're ricochet blasting.
Okay, bring it on.
I just want to bury him. 3,
Okay.
6,
So
7,
7 plus 2
2.
for the Friday AI
Yep.
ability.
And if I miss, it's going to be the greatest
It will be quite funny. Yes. I
thing
would love
ever.
it.
There's so many dice.
There's a lot of dice for 2 damage.
All right.
But you know what they say, guarantee the damage.
2 crits and 3
Put 'em up
damage.
here so the folks can see them.
And then so technically you roll here.
Yes.
I
And
mean,
I'm gonna take these
Yeah,
3.
yeah,
So
take 'em.
remember, you've got some blanks.
I have
We
3
can-
blanks,
You can take your
technically.
skull.
It doesn't matter. I can't re-roll them. Do crits do anything for you on defense?
Yeah, they explode.
All right. So I explode 2 dice first.
I don't think there's any way I can block it regardless. So.
Got a
Oh,
hit
yeah.
and a crit. So
you're
then
doing
you explode 2
7
dice.
damage,
Yeah.
and I'm doing 2 blocks.
Buried him.
All right. So I will take 2 power taking me to 6. Now, this is one of those moments where you don't take in excess of what you can possibly sustain. So I get
So you
my
only get so
power,
many power, and you only get so many damage.
and I get dazed.
This is what we were talking about earlier, though. So, like, I dazed Ultron. That's good. He doesn't get an activation this turn. But he's going to flip over, and he's got a ton of power. So, like, I can't knock him out fully.
And I'm at the 8 I need for Age of Ultron.
That's
So
what I was
as
saying.
long as I stay at that, like, it's like, all right.
There's no reason for me to keep
Whatever.
punching
All right, that was festive. So Iron Man gets the check mark, is that right?
you. Yep. He did a casual all the damage.
Okay.
I've never had a punch go that well. That first attack,
A pretty good punch. I'm happy. You should be happy with that punch. Ooh, I want to throw Captain America around here. So it's funny, you'll find that some heroes have, like, it almost seems like they have odd number powers, and then some heroes have even number. Like Crossbones is like 2 and 4, the main attacks. Captain Marvel's 3 and 5. Ock is 3 and 3, and then Zemo's all 2s. So it's like they're really good on the second turn, Crossbones and Zemo, and then Doc and Captain Marvel go to the third turn when they get that 3 power naturally, if they don't
makes
get
sense.
attacked, right?
Yeah.
So that's fascinating.
So here's the thing, too. Iron Man and Spidey are both size 5 currently because they're on top of this.
Mm-hmm.
So someone on the ground has line of sight to them unless that line of sight goes through terrain with a larger size than the target.
Right.
So you have line of sight to me.
I will essentially always have line of sight to you, and this is the way that cover works, right? So like if Ultron was blasting you, you could draw a line between Ultron and Iron Man that hit a terrain feature. And so you're within one of the terrain feature, there's a terrain feature in the way, and I'm not within 2 of you, so you get cover. But if you're shooting down at me, this terrain feature's in the way, but I'm not within 1 of it, so it doesn't count as cover.
Okay.
Make sense?
I'm there.
Okay,
That was crazy.
yeah. I want to continue.
I was literally doing that so I could get like 1 or 2 power.
Dude.
So that I could do the drop off.
I-
And then
I'm
it was
telling you,
like,
they drop.
die.
Yeah,
You're
they
gone.
drop. But that's kind of, in movies, you got to kind of have a rotating cast of featured characters in a lot of ways, right?
Yep.
All right, Baron Zemo is going to take the punt here. We're going to start off, and I'm going to use this 3. Now, this is my favorite thing. I said I was going to do it next time I had the opportunity. I really need power, though. So I can't pick up that civilian and also...
Slice and dice? Yeah, you can.
No, because I've only got 2 power. I'd have to spend 1 to get the civilian. I was wanting to come up and do a 2 power attack, but that would not have 1 left over.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know. I can solve this. All right, let's do a charge. Give me that long tempo. Let me make sure I can get in there.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so check this out. This is going to be fun. So Baron Zemo is going to spend 2 power. I'm going to activate here. And I'm going to declare a charge.
On the Red Skull.
It's an action. This character immediately makes a move followed by an attack, and it can only be used once per turn.
That's really good.
So I have no power, so I'm going to move and basic attack.
Which could gain you power back, right?
That's the hope. Hopefully I gain 1 power at least.
So then
I grab the
grab
thing,
that.
and then I go
Yeah.
out. Yeah, that's
What
the
lets
idea.
you run?
Well, there's only 1 action to do a move attack.
Oh my goodness, that's
Yeah.
so good. He's a little sniper.
Yeah.
Let me get that objective. See you later.
So
And you
I
need
guess
to be within 1 of
yeah,
that. You
okay.
can just place it. Yeah.
Ding, and I've got to be within 2 of you to do the sword strike.
You're within
so
2
I'm within
easily.
2. Let's declare that. It's a 5-die attack.
And this is physical?
Yes.
Ooh, Red Skull's got a 4 physical defense.
He's a tough cookie. I don't know what's up with him, but...
Well, have you seen him?
Attacker rolls, and a critical and a hit. So that's 2 successes so far.
A wild.
Got 1 wild. I'll re-roll, technically bring in 2 fresh dice, actually 1 fresh dice, I should say. For the critical, turns into a skull. And then you have any modifications as priority player? Gotta read the old, I don't think he's got anything.
I could choose someone within 2 of him to become the target. That's why earlier I was like, I just messed this up completely.
Yeah.
We're good. Yeah, no, I don't have anything to do.
All right, I'll try for a strategic genius with Baron. He can
Genius.
reroll 1 with strategic. Ooh, got a hit. So 3 damage to your 1 success. So take 2.
Okay, so I'll take 2 and gain 2 power.
Gain 2 power. I'll gain 2 power. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's a good little move.
So then I'll nab spend 1 power to nab a spider, bro. And then I'll move back to my objective.
And Ultron, he didn't have a spider, bro. Okay, good.
He did not. Now I'm trying to get, I mean, because Black Widow's like right here. You know, so do I even, I gotta at least threaten it, right?
I definitely think you threaten it.
You're just gonna roll me into that dumpster.
She's gonna move up and get there. She can't dumpster you.
Oh, can she not?
She's like,
That's true.
no, she's not gonna throw a dumpster or throw you. That's not how she parties.
All right, there we go.
All right.
I did it. And that is my check mark, and it's over to you. We've split the board wide open.
Oh, hold on. Ricochet blast.
Oh, do they both have to do
They
it?
spin 2. Cap had 2.
Okay, good. That's right, they both have to spin it. That
Yeah.
makes it way better.
Yeah, and I believe I need to spend 2 more on Iron Man because I used Friday AI and then also the Ricochet blast.
Yeah. Totally
Yeah.
fair.
But that, I mean, it takes his attack and the energy,
It's good.
but it's a 7 die attack.
It's a dead Ultron.
How about that?
Or a dazed Ultron, I should
All
say.
right, mine.
Yeah.
Let's clear this out of the way. All right, what do you got for me, Red Skull?
It's a weird card.
He is bizarre.
Reading Reds, that's why I didn't choose him. It's just like it makes me uncomfortable. I feel like it's like a very technical, like, it's the kind of thing that when you have it on the table, you're like really good.
At the game.
I just want to punch, you know, sometimes
Look
just,
at you.
dude, it's all right here, isn't it?
Swooshertons.
As it turns out, I plan to be a master at this game.
I plan to dominate you.
I'll be training for the next 6 years.
Yeah.
While you guys are painting, I'm going to be running over diagrams of movement, abilities.
Wow.
I'll be going over tapes of previous games, evaluating my performance.
Let's just play the theme, you know? I'm gonna keep on keeping. Red Skull. Let's...
You ever feel like Doc Ock is just going to sit there the entire game gaining 1 point?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm disappointed by it, but I don't know that there's anything better to do.
He's gonna come up and use that card at some point.
Yeah.
Surely at some point.
Yeah, at some point he's...
Come up, use the card, roll back.
In fact, depending on Red Skull's or Black Widow's turn, that may be the moment.
I feel like Crossbones needs me to be close. So
He's kind of, it's beautiful, right?
I don't
He's
wanna
like
partake in
he's
that.
like a bowling ball, where it's like
Yeah.
as long as you stay outside of his range, he's just going to move a small movement.
it's gonna be way easier to beat up on Zemo, isn't it?
You'd think that.
That's the case, I think.
He only has 1 power now, but he does have Counter Strike and Master Swordsman against things. They're both 2 power. So the first attack, he's wide open. The second attack, he can
All right. Let's go with
cause some issues.
Natasha. She's gonna get here. Let's go partially covered.
There we go.
Then she's gonna strike old Zemo.
Hold on, before you do that, so,
I know you have Counter-Strike.
but am I within 1 of this dumpster? No, I'm not. Technically, I could get cover from it if I was like right here. I don't.
You don't.
Don't have it.
All right, so she is going to...
I guess if we're in range 2, there is no cover.
what's your power? Zemo, you
One
have
right
1
now.
power?
Yeah.
Counter-Strike's 2, right? So
Yes.
you can't do that yet.
Right.
All right, she's just gonna strike.
Okay. No big deal. You know, Baron Zemo has a 4 defense against psionic attacks.
You know,
That's strange.
is he better on physical or energy?
Same. 3/3. I wish I made Red Skull bleed with that strike, but I guess I can't complain.
Yeah, let's just we'll just strike.
Okay. Strike on.
This is energy. Ooh, swoosh towns.
Nice.
3
Nothing.
shields. Way to go, Natasha.
Do you have any rerolls or anything?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to bother.
Bye, Felicia. Iron Man already went.
Great job, Black Widow.
Yeah. She's contesting
You've
that
earned your
objective.
2 points. Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Okay. My go now. You want to give her a check mark?
Yeah.
Crossbones. Why do you not have 2 power, my friend?
Tan Lord asking if Cap did have the 2 power, so he was able to use the ricochet.
Can you give me a 2 template?
Just gonna start handing you things I think you need.
I'm just going to look.
You can see the board pretty good. That's a way better angle than it was last time.
All right, let's try this. Give me a small template.
Only thing I didn't hand you.
Okay. Now Red Skull's got some bomb drops on that stun thing, and he's got the power to do it. So
He's ready to party.
I don't want to be close to him. Okay. You know what's gonna happen then?
Tell me more. He's coming to town.
Advance. Let's see if we're on the pain train here. Nope.
Just gonna run from him.
Yeah, then he's going to set up a screen, Zach. We'll just see. I know Spidey can. What Spidey's? Do you have a 3 or a 4?
He's got a 4.
Can you give me that 4 template so I can get outside of it?
You got it.
I'll give it to myself. Is that how shapes work?
Yep, sure.
Okay, there we go.
Geometry.
All right, 2 advances and he's done. It's a little crossbone special here.
All right.
I'm walking towards you menacingly.
So you have something where, like, if I get in a certain range, you can attack me or something?
I have a strike and it overpowers within 3, and I can basically, like, run into it. It's like my tackle if I'm within 3. I need 2 power to do it. I've only got 1.
Got ya. Great.
That's pretty much it. And then if I take damage, I can move towards you, so
All right.
buyer beware.
I think it's time to toss that car before Duckout gets fancy.
It's probably time to toss the car into crossbones. If I were a betting man, which I can be sometimes.
I need more energy.
Yeah, isn't that the story of this game? Yeah, I'm kind of like, hey, hurt this. Hey, right here, man.
Punch me.
Punch me. Punch me.
Yeah. I don't want to punch you.
Or you could try to knock out Captain
So
Marvel.
I'm just going to
over
read
there.
this book over here of Red Skull.
It's disastrous. You can technically unleash the cube. You can move things if it hits with the 4 power and then trigger the 1. So you can move Zemo off of the objective and then stun
That's
Zemo
what I was
and
looking at
crossbones.
doing.
I think that's
Earlier. Let's do it.
fine thing to do.
All right. He's just going to prod along here.
There you go.
Right in the middle of your characters.
It's just where Red Skull wants to be, right there.
Let's unleash the cube
Oof.
for 4.
All right, who's the target?
Old Zemo.
Okay, Zemo the target. And I've got no power to do anything with a counter strike or anything fancy, so I'm wide open.
All right, so I roll 7. The attack deals damage after it's resolved, this character may throw the target character a small. If I get a wild, after this is resolved, the target character and characters within 1 of the target character gain the stun special condition.
So both those are after resolution. It's good.
Give me a wild. Got
Show
the
me
wild.
Yep. Ooh, that's good. 4? No critties?
4 with some skulls and shields.
You got no reroll or anything weird? We
Nope,
can share
this
these
is
dice.
energy.
Okay, Baron Zemo, it's a energy attack, so 3 defense. Let's get these out of the way so I don't get excited about them. All right, so 1 critical and 1 wild. So here comes the
Roll it.
critical. Oof, and here comes strategic genius. Boy, I guess I just re-roll this one. You're like edge of my seat.
Miss. Miss. I can't
Miss.
see it.
All
Woo.
right, miss.
All right.
1 damage, that's not terrible.
So 1 damage. If this attack does damage after it's resolved, this character may throw the target a small.
All right, 1 power. Now I may have a thing, so let's work through our chain here. After an attack is resolved, I can use the superpower,
So it's after the attack.
and
though.
then after a physical attack, yeah. So after resolution, and you have priority, so you decide the resolution of those effects. as
So
far
let's
as I
throw
know.
you 2.
It's a 2 range throw?
A small throw. Can you hand me that small template?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your range on your attack?
The counter strike is going to happen if I am within 3 of you at the end of it.
Where's the 3 template?
I might use it, is what
Look
I
at
mean.
this thing.
Yeah,
So there's no within 3 and also within 1 of crossbones.
probably not.
Like, there's no way. So let's just get you.
You throw me in the dumpster and
Outta
cause a
here.
collision. That's 1.
I want you off that objective.
That's fair.
So we're going to toss you back here.
I'm still within 3, aren't I?
And then, nah, no way.
Mm.
Genius. After this attack is resolved, the target character and characters within 1 to get in the stun special condition.
All right, I'm stunned, so anytime I would gain power, I can only gain 1 power, no matter what the source
It would
is.
probably be worth taking the attack to also stun Crossbones. Because how do you get rid of the stun? You lose an
You
action.
gotta shake, yeah.
Shake.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't care if you want to go that direction.
Just put you over here instead.
Okay.
So you're stunned, so is Crossbones.
And then after the attack, I'll go ahead and resolve 2 on a counter strike. It may use this if the attacker is within 3, roll 4 dice, deal 1 damage for each crit and wild. So normally this looks like I'm going to deal 0 damage. Or I could deal 4 and knock you out.
Yep.
Which would be exciting. So 1 hit, so
Okay.
1 damage.
1 hit, 1 power.
That ain't bad.
And then also Crossbones is stunned,
That's right.
just for fun.
Fun for who?
For me.
All right, stun and stun.
All right, and then old Red Skull's gone.
All right, check mark him. Give him the stick.
I don't know why, but this entire video, it's like, is the song "Come On Barbie, Let's Go Party" is in my head.
That's a song, yeah.
Yeah. I do not know why. I keep wanting to sing it, and it's like no one's gonna understand.
And yet there it is.
I feel like talking about it is better than just doing it.
Okay, so we've got some lasers here that I can't use. I've got a 3 range strike, which maybe I could use after a moment. Captain Marvel is in a position. She's not within 2 of Captain America, is she?
Nope. I'll verify it for you.
Thank you. Okay, then Captain Marvel is
Here, you can open that.
Captain Marvel's about to unload.
All right. I'm
ready?
kind of waiting on it.
All right, so let's go with Captain Marvel. Let's see what she's capable of. I'm going to start with an energy blast. What's Cap's energy defense? 4 across?
4.
Okay. So after it's resolved, I'm going to gain a power, and I may reroll any number of attack dice for this attack. It's a 4 die, 4 range attack.
This could be bad.
Captain America. That's good.
Hitting the crit.
Hitting a crit.
1 crit.
Okay. Resolve criticals. Bring in another success in there.
Nothing.
It's good for me. And then I can reroll any number during this attack.
And the only dice you couldn't is a skull, but you didn't have any of those.
Didn't have any skulls. All right, hey. 4 to what?
My 1.
All right, take 3.
So I take 3, and then I gain 3 energy.
And then I'll gain 1 power, because after Energy Blast is resolved, I gain 1 no matter what, which
And
is
then
very
I
nice.
really hope you can't just knock him out here.
That's what I'm going to try to do. Then I'll spend 3 power for a Rocket Punch.
Whoa.
It's a 7 die energy attack.
Okay, so I have 4. I'll go ahead and spend 2 for Vibranium Shield. When this character is targeted by a physical energy attack, it may use a superpower, add 2 dice to this character's defense roll.
Right on. So you
So
get
I'm going to end
plus
up
2.
rolling 6.
All right, so I've got 7, and then if I roll a wild, after it's resolved, the target gains the stagger, especially because it means you have to essentially shake as your first action.
Yeah.
All right, here's the tuna. I did get the wild, but 4 hits.
All right, so I'm going to borrow
and I have
3
no
of those
rerolls,
dice.
so you can
So I'm rolling
on
6.
those. Yeah.
Also, Ryan Roper, do you have an update on when my Champions tokens will ship?
Shipping this week. Everything that was ordered before release will ship by release.
Would you look at that?
Did you do well there?
Oh my goodness.
Too well.
3 shields, a wild, and a crit. So we'll roll the crit back in,
You just shielded it.
and nothing.
Okay, so I don't get to do any damage, which is a bummer. But
It's a bummer, man.
you do get the stagger condition.
That is good for you.
It's cool that Rocket Punch is like, okay, yeah, you blocked everything, but it's still like, knocked
Shook
you
you
down.
to your core?
Yeah, it knocked you down a little bit.
Yep.
And there's that. And that's that. And that accomplishes a pretty cool objective. Now, Spider-Man's going to create
Cap hasn't
whether...
gone either.
But, like, so you can't move up and contest that objective and do an attack, I don't think. So that's where it's like,
'Cause I'm
well...
staggered?
Yeah, so, like, stagger makes a lot of sense there. That's a cool little
Yeah.
story.
But Spider-Man could get in there.
Spider-Man could get in there, and then Doc Ock knows exactly where he needs to go.
To Party Town.
Yeah. Then Crossbones and Baron will clean up these weaklings over here, and then we'll
Yep, that could be bad.
close
for
the
me.
gap.
All right. So,
I think this game is actually really good. Now that I'm
now that you've appreciated it,
now that I know what it's doing,
yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to appreciate a miniatures game from just the rules or just
I
reading.
mean, I
about
can't
it.
just spend an hour with something and have a great assessment of it?
So, a lot of people think they can.
I've
No
been
further
known to
comment,
think
Your
that
Honor?
before, actually.
All right.
And sometimes you kind of want to take damage so you get the power, right?
I've got the power. All right. Let's.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. It's strange. It's a head scratcher.
What is?
Just the whole Champions release thing.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it didn't happen for Crisis Protocol. Hey, let's hope.
Only thing for sure is nothing's for sure.
Uh,
All right, so I'm going to definitely go first next round. Because you have one action left, I have two.
yeah, it is worth distinguishing. ANA is seemingly the source of the Champions weirdness, not Fantasy Flight. They just designed the stuff, so
Or Atomic Mass.
it's
in this
worth.
case,
Yeah, or Atomic Mass. It's worth wondering.
So if I go, you go, I go. Oh, then priority would pass.
Yeah, it's going to pass because you knocked out Ultron, unless I daze one of your things before it gets to go.
So I almost want you to. If
Sure.
I activate with Cap and then you daze him, it's like that's kind of okay. That's an okay order for that to happen.
It's kind of, there's that Mompok tension there where it's like, do you want to form me down, form up? Do you want to knock out this form and put me in like full power mode next turn? It's really cool. You have to think about those things.
Yeah. Let's
Or
think.
just shake and contest that objective and call it a day.
I don't like that.
That's not nearly exciting enough.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to have to do, though. Okay, let's go with Cap. He's going to shake. You have that. Let's shake it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can move. So he's just going to move to here.
Keep Doc Ock's range in mind when you decide where you're going, for sure.
I'm just trying to stay as far away from him and Ultron as possible.
And see, this is the good thing too, is like, I presumably would get the first action next turn, and Captain Marvel can try to blast you before you get to go.
100%.
That's the idea.
Yeah, I'm kind of risking.
It's the attempt. But he's got the shield and everything, and you'll have 2 power, so you'll have a good shot at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. All right, the Cap went.
All right, so I get the final activation here.
I have Spidey.
Yeah,
That's why you'll get priority.
I guess my final activation.
Yeah.
So I can stay on 1 victory point, or I can try to help my friends, but in what way? I don't have any power. Now, technically, this is where I could pass. Is that
No.
true? Let's look at it.
I think you can pass if you have less activations available.
And technically, we both have 1 left, so I couldn't pass in this instance. If you had 2 and I only had 1, I could pass.
Yep.
Right.
I think that's right.
Let's make sure.
This is cool. Danny asking, one of his complaints about the Marvel LCG is none of the cards have artist credits. There's a lot of art from the comics. Does this game have artists? It does. So like this Spider-Man says Amelia Vidal with a little paintbrush next to it, so I assume that's the artist. The same with the tactic cards. They all have a little art.
Check this out. A player can end their turn without activating a character if at the start of their turn they have fewer characters without activated or dazed tokens than their opponent does. At the start of the entire the turn, so not the round, but the
So I
turn.
remove a character.
Fewer characters without activated or dazed tokens. Yeah, so they got to be off the board. That's interesting.
Or if we
No,
started-
activated. Hold on, let me read that again.
If we could also start with a different number of models.
That's true. Okay, hold on. Let me read that one more
Yeah,
time.
you're good. I'm just gonna inspect this card.
Okay, a player can end their turn. So let's say it's me, and I want to end my turn. Without activating a character, if at the start of their turn they have fewer characters without activated or dazed tokens than their opponent does. So I have fewer that have not activated or are dazed. And it can still play team tactic cards before declaring the end of their turn. That's nice.
So you can just end your turn without activating a character?
Yeah, I think that's the
you,
idea.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. Will tell us. There's a reason to do it. If we knew how it worked, like we would know immediately why it was good. I think I'm just reading it in a way that I don't understand it very well. I'm not going to do it anyway, so I'm not going to spend any more time on that. Medium move. I've got a 3 range attack for 0. I can't get anything in range. I don't have anything that matters there. So let me get that medium template, if you would, medium movement for you. Let's just see what happens there. There. I could maybe try to contest that. Maybe.
Little Spider-Man's going to swing in.
Can he get there? You know, don't you kind of want to pull Spidey into this side of the battle?
Aim at long template. I'll show you how effectively he can get
Only
there.
2 on the board at once.
Boom.
Oh yeah, he can get
Boom.
there.
He's-
I don't mind that. Forcing you, getting you to do that. What a pickle. Because it's also just 1 point. Wow.
Yeah, and Doc has the spider thing. So, like, right now he's just collecting 2 points around.
I'm going to leave him.
Yeah, I can't sustain that.
I'm going to leave him. So activate it. I'm going to move. Come get me. I am Supreme Ock, and I'll pass to you.
Supreme Ock. Excellent.
This is Peak Ock.
Peacock.
Peacock. We've got a little under an hour to
all
get
right,
through this.
great.
Think we can do it?
No, yeah, we only have so many rounds. We made it through almost 2 rounds here.
In like 6 hours?
We're in the thick of this now, though. All right, so Spider-Man's going to go.
Let's end at the end of round 4. Okay? Agreed?
Sure.
All right. let's
Or
do it.
6 o'clock, whichever one comes
Or 6,
sooner.
whichever one. Yeah, 6 will come sooner. End of round 4. That'll give us 2 more turns.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Zach's
Yeah.
considering.
Question from the crowd.
The studio
What do you
audience.
do from just like smashing dumpsters into your own dudes round 1 to get energy up?
Smashing dumpsters into your own things to get energy up. I guess technically you could do that. Is that
I don't
true?
think you can. You have to have a valid target.
You have to declare a target for your throw, and you can't declare an ally as a target. Yeah, so that only applies if there's an enemy you can target and an ally in between the enemy and the terrain, or in the thrower in that instance, which is actually, I guess, pretty rare.
All right, let's go with Spidey.
You got to commit now. You got to make a decision. That's your Doc Ock right there. You can also
It
just
is, because he's got the token. I
can
can
just get 1
hop
point,
here,
too.
get 2 points. I made too many mistakes on round 1 to just go points. I got to get in here, make some magic happen. Although I am about to, I could go over here and score points. Which fight am I invested in?
Good question.
Is this the fight or is this the fight? I feel like this is the fight. Tough, tough, tough.
Tough, tough. Also, don't forget you hot potato the objective if you get dazed.
Yeah.
So that's relevant.
But like if Spidey goes over there, I get that objective and I reinforce that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Spidey
You've
goes
got to
over-
make a tactical, strategic. I guess I say those things like they're the same thing. You got to make a strategic decision. You're a general. You're like a scriptwriter and Napoleon combined.
Yeah.
It's on the back of the book.
Oh,
Did you not
boy.
see that on the box?
I feel like that's exactly what I read.
Would you like to
somewhere.
command an army and write a comic book at the same
All
time?
right. So he's got Ultron-y. I can't go after Ultron ultimately. How much health does Captain Marvel have?
Captain Marvel has a health of 6.
It's a lot.
Yep. And I would love her to have a little bit of power, if you could make that happen, please. And I have the feeling you're just going to stand on that building and blast, right? Is that just how this is going to
No,
go?
I mean he doesn't have he has a 4 range, so like he can't really do anything right now. What I think I'm going to do, push an enemy character within 4 toward this character as small.
Pushing does not cause collisions.
Right. But
Yeah.
I want to bring him in to Sweet Justice.
Yes, please do.
So 1 model, 2 small. Let's remove this. Okay, great. Let's do this.
Science project. going on
Spider-Man, do. He's going to move towards this objective. And he's going to do that here. And then he's going to web line, cost 2, range of 4. So gets it. I'm going to move you
That's exactly what Crossbones wanted.
closer. I just want him out of this.
You're about to reel in more than you bargained for.
That's all right. Spidey can take it. You'll see in a minute. It's genius. This is a genius play.
Yeah. So everybody set your
Stable,
watch.
stable genius. This is what this is. All right. So Spider-Man is going to, because he moved, and then that was the superpower, which doesn't take an action. Then he's going to get an attack, so he's going to strike you. After it's resolved, they gain 1 for each, thing about this. Or Yeah, that's what I want to do. So we'll strike him.
All right, strike. Within
5
2.
dice.
5 dice. I've got a physical defense of 4. And I'm not within Baron Zemo's 2 range. Unfortunately, I'm webbed up.
Hit,
3.
hit, crit. 2 skulls.
Here's my 4 big defense rolls. A wild and a crit.
All right, I'll add in my crit. It explodes, and it gets another skull.
All right, and then I'll get my crit. It does nothing.
All right, so you take 1.
Take 1. I can spend a power to not take 1, and I'm not going to do that. I want to take 1 and have 1. Take 1, have 1. Boom. 2 power, 1 character. And then after I have an attack targeting me, if I suffer damage, I can advance a small distance toward the attacker. Now you and I are going to bet that I can't move past you, because I think that breaks the toward the attacker. I mean, if I run past you, I don't think that.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Maybe.
Look at this, though.
I don't think even if you wanted to, though, you
think I
could
get
like
there.
small pass.
Could I get
me.
within the? I couldn't get within the dude. Could I?
Not toward. Like if you're going directly towards, no.
Okay.
But like technically, you could if you're going towards inside that little frame you just did.
It's got to be a straight template. Yeah.
Then like, you could probably get there.
You think I could? Let's just call it. I like this. I think this is correct.
If you could have done that, you should have done that.
Yeah. I don't. Something about that tells me that
Did
I
you spend
can't
power
pass
on
the
that?
model. No, that's automatic. That's crossbones forever, my friend.
Crossbones heat.
Let's make sure that that's how this works. Toward, is there? Yeah, toward. Here we go. I see it. Movement. Overlapping.
I bet toward. Yeah. We'll see.
Toward or away. Draw a straight line from the far side of the moving character's base to the far side of the object being moved. Make the 90-degree angle. If the character is moving toward, the pivot point is centered on the line on the opposite side of the other character or object. Can't cross a straight line drawn along either arm of the angle. Okay, so it doesn't say I can't move past you.
So then,
Shall we do it?
Whereabouts were you?
Do you think I can get here or not? Just tell me. Yes or no?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Where? Just give me a rough. It's gonna be close.
Oh, where was I?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's leave it. Let's leave it.
All right.
We got
fine.
50 minutes.
All right.
Crossbow doesn't care about objectives. He wants to punch you.
All right.
Is that the end of the round?
That Spider-Man is gone. I think so.
All right, we did it. Score victory points for crisis cards. Zach, we'll start with you. Any spider people?
1, 2 spider people.
1, 2. Any controlled points?
1, 2 contested. 2.
1, 2 contested. 1, 2. Okay, and then I've got spider people. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Controlling 1 objective. 1. All right, cool shift. And then we do player effects that occur during the cleanup phase. Any of those? No. Characters with a daze token remove the daze. So Ultron is undazed. All damage goes away. All status token goes away, and I flip over to injured.
So the stun goes away?
For Ultron.
Got you.
Because he's becoming undazed. Then we remove all activated tokens, so all check marks go away. We can have a mutual pile right here if you want around the.
Sounds good.
And then move the round token to the next round. So we're round 3 of the 4 that we're playing. Start with the power phase. Each character gains 1 power. Go ahead and do that. Hasta pronto. 2, 1, 1. Then we resolve any player effects of the power phase.
When does this pass?
We don't have any. Oh yeah, then we needed to pass that.
Right, end of round?
Yep. Priority token passes at the end of
Because
the
I
cleanup
was the last one to
phase.
activate. And then we do the Spidey tokens?
Yep. So it
So-
starts with me now, since I have priority. Look
Here's
at me
some
go.
dice.
Let's go crossbones. Let's see if you get to move him a small distance, which could be helpful. You do.
All right.
Spider him wherever you'd like, particularly on the objective.
This way.
Yeah, please. I'll roll for the other guys too. So this is for Doc Ock, no movement, and Baron Zemo. You do get a movement there. I think, hold on, it might just be a hit. Yeah, you get a movement on him and Baron Zemo.
This guy?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Out of the party. You have been ejected.
All right, then you get a roll, or I get a roll 1 for Iron Man and Spider-Man. So Iron Man first.
Ooh, he's moving.
Crit.
Let's move him off of that building.
Which way you want him? To
Boy,
the party, away from the party?
This is a good question, man. I don't
You
know.
go first. So it really depends on whatever you've got lined out.
Let's move him back here.
All right.
As out of the fray as he can get.
Cap's like, where? You've abandoned me.
And then he's like, oh, I'll just come over
Spider-Man,
here.
yeah.
Not
Shield?
moving. No.
Stay in there.
All right, and then we go to the activation phase, starting with me now because I do have priority. And Ultron basically needs to knock Cap out right here because I have so much power and I've got the first attack. And let's see how we would do that. Okay, we do it like this, of course. The interactive terrain feature, throw it medium, can be used once per turn. Okay, and that would be a range 2. All right, Ultron's gonna kick this thing off with a you and the Cap and making it happen party here. Your attack or your physical and energy are the same defense, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by using the Analyze and Annihilate ability. It's gonna cost me 2 power
Okay.
of my 9. It says, during the next attack, I make, when resolving critical on results, roll an additional die for each crit in your defense roll. So any crits you have, I resolve as offense as well, in addition to my normal crits. And then, I think I just want to do that energy blast, but that's risky. Let's do a metallic fury for 3 power. Do you have anything that triggers off physical or energy attacks that would make it matter what type it is?
No.
Okay, then let's make it physical, and it'll be a 7-die attack, and I'll be rolling criticals equal to your criticals.
I will pay 2 and add 2 dice.
Right
I'll take
on.
the chance.
All right, 7 attacks. Attack skis. There we go, 3 hits.
Okay. Can I borrow 3 of those dice?
You can borrow 3, I won't need them.
Ah. All right. Defense, crit, and a wild.
All right, and then I resolve criticals, and I believe this is when I would resolve
Oh, I got crits for you.
the criticals for me.
Holy
Yeah.
moly. Here's your 2.
So I'll roll 2 here. 1 more hit off of that.
And then I will roll 2.
Oof.
1.
Got
so I blocked 5.
Okay, so you have succeeded. However, I have the bleed special condition on a wild, so you are bleeding.
What does that mean?
At the end of your activation, you'll take 1 damage.
Yikes. Do you have a bleed?
Yeah.
I
Bleed.
think I see it, yep.
Bleed. There's
right.
that.
He's bloodied.
Now I've got a question to make. Now I've got a question to ask. You're a 5 health model.
It's only 2 left.
Do you have no power?
No power. This is your chance. Bury him.
Yeah, I can't do the Analyze and Annihilate again. So I'll just pay. Oh man, it's a humdinger. What's your defense going to be? 4 to my 5. Oh man, do I press the odds or not? Oh man, oh man.
Cap's coming back.
Oh man, oh man. I need 7 dice. I'm going to use all 3.
Oh boy. 7 to 4. There you
Yeah. I just, you got to play the odds, right?
go. You got to bury him.
You never quite know. Okay, that's good. That's 5.
Can I have 1 of those dice?
Yes.
Go 4.
All right.
Crit.
That's good.
Roll it
You're
in.
going to get buried to pieces.
All right, so I take 2, and I get knocked out. Or dazed.
Mm-hmm.
I gain 2 power from that. And then he's just topsy-turvy.
Yep.
And bleeding. Will the bleed go away when he flips over?
He will.
Great.
Yeah, the status won't have mattered. Yeah.
But you still did what you needed.
I did what I needed to do, but I'm at 1. So like Ultron, if you were able to dogpile Ultron right now, I couldn't Age of Ultron to bring him back. So I've only got 1 power. I need 8. And you would take him to 5 or to 5 power.
So it's
by
now or
killing
never.
him. I guess Iron Man may be capable of that. I guess we'll see. I'm glad I moved him backwards. All right, there's my action. Over to you.
I don't think Iron Man's capable.
When is this game out? Release date, what is it, the 15th, I believe? I've seen the 15th everywhere for
Yeah, I
release.
think so.
Yep.
November 15th.
That's what we're planning on right
Yeah, it's November 15th. I was in my line of thinking here. If you haven't already pre-ordered it, the window is also getting very small, whether from us or wherever. It's on our website along with subscriptions, but all the stuff coming out on launch, that window will close about November 1st, which is later this week. So if you want to get in on that, I would recommend it.
You should really also check out our subscriptions for this game. They're going to be particularly good for Crisis Protocol. There's a pretty accelerated release schedule, it seems like, up front. So doing the standard pre-order to get the $100 free shipping.
That was the thing I was going to mention earlier, which
that?
is because of we don't know when or what the models are releasing in. If you pre-order and it was like you have one from this wave and one from this wave, it wouldn't ship until everything's there, which is what subscriptions are great about.
Yeah, so subscription, think about your turn if you want to use Iron Man to try to make it happen. I'll talk to the people about the things that make us money. Subscriptions are awesome. We've been doing it for 8.5 years now, 9 years maybe. I don't know, time is meaningless to me, honestly. Don't forget about this car either. That's a real feature.
Yeah,
I keep thinking it's just like on your side of the board.
No, it's really there.
Normally, the way that miniatures games a lot of times will work, there's expensive models that come out all at once. So you try to do a $100 plus order to get free shipping at your big online warehouses, and then the way that pre-orders generally work is that if all of your stuff is held until the last thing is released and then it's all shipped at once. So like right now, if you ordered a core set and all of the different expansions that are currently listed, none of that stuff would ship out until the very end, so that last model releases and you get it all, which is obviously not what you want. So with subscriptions, you just sign up, and then every wave that comes out of models, we charge the card that you have on file with us. It's 20% off, right? That's the map for Asmodee stuff.
Yep.
So it's 20% off. We ship it to you on a timeline that tries to get it to you on release day. Most of these waves, the ones that we've seen, are less than $100 whenever it's all 20% off. So shipping is going to be paid across the board no matter where you get them from if you're buying online. And then, of course, your local store might have that as well if they're supporting the game. But you just sign up, and then a couple of weeks before it comes out, we charge you at 20% off. And then we ship everything to you, and it generally gets there on release day. So if you're like, hey, I just want to play this game and not have to worry about all the pre-ordering and putting money down up front and all that stuff, it's a really great system. And we get a lot of positive commentary about what it means for people to be able to play games in this way. So that's always positive.
I didn't hear a word you just said.
Do you have Team Tactic cards?
Awesome. I do. I'm not going to use any right now, though. Let's go.
So long story short, buy our book.
Buy the book.
That's an old critic joke. Buy my book, I think, or Simpsons. I can't remember.
I think I remember that.
I think it was critic.
I'm going to go Red Skull. He's going to unleash the cube. We're going to gain 3.
Always. Here comes. Oh, dude, you're going to knock yourself out here. If you do 3 damage to yourself right now, I'm going to laugh.
I have to get 3 skulls?
3 skulls, yeah. And you roll 5 dice.
None so far. None.
Man, you roll some awesome attack rolls on that, though.
Yeah. Too bad it's not an attack. Then he's going to unleash the cube for 4. He's going to do an attack. Yeah, he's so good.
He's really good.
We're going to hit old Crossy Bones.
Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah. He's going to roll 7.
That's exactly what Crossbones wanted. Is this a physical attack?
Energy.
Energy. So it's a 2 defense on Crossbones. He doesn't know energy. 4 hits.
4 hits.
Just natty hits. Here comes 2 defense. There's the big defense roll. 1 crit. Let's blow that up. Nothing.
All right.
So 1.
So close. He's 1 away, right?
So let's
Plus you can
see.
subvert some of that.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware, I did not get any whatevers. If this deals damage, after it's resolved, this character may throw the target character a small template.
Mm-hmm. And that would put me into the moment, into that pole.
For an auto damage.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 power to reduce that by 1 because I'm a nerd to pain, and then I will take 2 damage.
Yeah. So if you took 3, I could throw you into the power pole and knock you out.
And then I'll gain 2 power because I took 2 damage.
All right. So then I'm going to throw you a small.
Hold on a second. After that's resolved, I can move a small distance towards you.
Oh.
So I need to do that in a way that keeps me away from Pole Town.
But I resolved mine first, right?
Is it after the attacker's resolved?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or do you have priority so you get to pick?
No, it's attacker first, I think.
All right. So I move you a small, but then you can move a small.
Attacker resolve, resolve effects after the attack. Hold on, it's going to tell us. I'm going to look. I know I've seen it. I've seen it in this very manual. I think it's the person with priority, which may be me. I mean, it's obviously me, but I think it may be me who resolves this.
That would be okay for you.
Here we go. Resolve effects are playing. Beginning with the attacker, players resolve any superpowers or effects that trigger after an attack has been resolved. You're the attacker.
Oh. I didn't listen to a word you just said.
Is this why rules go straight through?
Yeah.
Yes, but how do I hurt you?
Okay, so I can throw you into a car. I can throw you into a... I'm going to throw you into this car. How about that? Bam.
Oh yeah, the ghost car.
Just right into the
Forgot about
car.
that.
So it blows the car up, right?
I take one, and then I think if the terrain is equal or lesser size, is that right?
It's a 2.
And I'm a 2. I think it's going to blow up. There's probably no way that that doesn't blow up.
I like that general just...
Let's just look at throw here, though. I'm getting real familiar with this.
rule set.
Okay, here we go. Collision, moves a full distance, 1 damage. Terrain features destroyed if it's smaller than the thrown character, which it is not.
So it just takes a damage and stays
Yeah.
there. All right, great.
I'm going to spend a power not to take a damage. Wait. Yeah, I can do that. Cool. And then I'm going to do a small movement towards you. He feels like Crossbones, doesn't he?
Towards the thing I was attacking?
Towards the attacker.
All right, great. So towards...
Oh, hey, I was stunned, brudda.
Oh, yeah, so you only gain 1.
So I would have gained 2. I gained 1 instead. Then I spent 1. And so I'm down to 2 power instead.
Great.
Which is not nearly as good.
This is your toward angle.
Do I want to go towards you?
That's a question you'll have to answer.
Only you can answer this question. Yeah, let's try to beat up Red Skull.
All right. He's ready.
He's so Crossbones. I love him so much.
Oh, you hit me? Let's party.
Yeah. Oh, this person wants a piece. Okay. What's Red Skull's health?
3.
Okay, I can do 3 damage for the win. Huh. Do I try to shake? Oh, man. Place is scared within 1. The target says 2 or less. Okay, we got to try that. Let's spend 2 for an overpower. I like every piece of this, and especially if it works like I think it might, which is unlikely.
This physical?
Yes, it is physical. All
Alright.
right, so we have 5 dice. It's a
Alright.
physical attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have a 4 defense.
2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just see what happens here. All right, crit wild.
All right, let's see what I get over here. I want those 2 shields. 2
wilds. All right, so 2 crits, roll back in. That's not going to do anything. And then let me see if I have anything else that matters. 3 to your 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll take 1 damage, right? And gain 1 thing.
I love that mechanic.
Did you gain your power?
Yeah.
All right, then it says, after it's resolved, place this character within 1 of the target. So give me a 1 range. Let me just
I was
see.
like, where's the 1?
Let me see if I can do...
Oh, yeah, contesty.
I think I can.
There's a book about that.
Oh yeah, I totally can. And then, if I got a wild, which I did, if it's 2 or less size before damage is dealt, I guess I should have done that. This character may throw it small. So I guess I would have had to throw you first, and then I couldn't have done it. So let's put me back here. We're going to throw you a small into the lamppost, obviously.
All right.
And then I'm going to do within 1
So
of
this
you
gets
as a
destroyed
follow-up.
because it's smaller.
Yeah.
And then I take a damage.
You take 1 damage, yeah.
Automatically.
And then I'm within 1 of you. So I can either go to Spidey Zone or Black Widow Zone, none of which are good. Let's see what Spidey's got to say now that we've scared Red Skull. Now I have a second attack. Do you feel like I have to put Red Skull down here, or should I shake that stun?
I mean, I already went with Red Skull.
Yeah.
So it's not the best time to do that.
I think I shake the stun, to be honest with you.
I agree.
Because I've got this damage and I want to be spending power to... Red Skull's gone. Can I get a check mark on Skull?
Mm-hmm.
Spidey hasn't gone, is that right?
Skull's the only thing I've gotten with any days
Yeah.
cap.
All right, I'm going to shake it.
All right.
And then I'll give him the check mark.
Here's a big pile of check marks.
Thank you. All right, there's that.
All right, mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for Spider-Man to make a decision. So if he's tossing, he doesn't have the energy. I needs the energy.
This plays well, doesn't it?
It does.
Does you feel good?
I do.
I mean, it's not super chunky.
Can I have the 2? It's definitely, at this point, it doesn't feel weighty.
Mm-hmm. You feel like you kind of, okay.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out
I
and having a good time.
I do get this. It's very cinematic. Like, literally, Crossbones getting tossed into a car, getting hurt, shaking it off, overpowering Red Skull, throwing him into a lamppost, and then landing over here, moving towards Spider-Man, like moving through him. I mean, incredible. Ultron doing a double like metal. He like Cap defends the first one successfully, and the second one breaks through.
Yeah, super good.
Stuff's there.
It's
Yeah,
got
it's
nice moments. Spider-Man's gonna go.
Can Spidey hurt? You played this gamble before, and Crossbones has not.
He's gonna go at Crossbones. It's a range 4 impact webbing. After it's resolved, I gain an energy. So, and if I get a wild, I can push you a small away if I want. Hit and a crit.
No wild. This is physical, or is this taser webs?
This is impact webbing. It is physical.
Okay, 4 defense. Crossbones. All right, 2.
All right, so my crit will explode. Nothing. Your crit explodes. All right, after that attack,
Defense.
I gain an energy because it says gain energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those like automatic gain energies
Yeah,
can be
they're really
important.
good. Then,
I might move towards you. Is there a world where that's bad for me?
not really.
Is there a 2 range attack that you really want to be in range of
There's
right
a
now?
3 range attack.
That you can
That's
already
already
do,
in
right?
range, yeah.
Okay. So we'll just.
Coming to the party.
It's so Crossbones.
Well, now I got to think.
I'll
about
love
it.
him forever, Zach.
You will. You found your.
I found him.
He's your.
Yeah.
What's that character in the spoilers that you love so much?
Scout.
Scout. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna pay 2 for the taser webs. This is an energy attack with 6 dice on Crossbones.
I have a 2 defense on that one. This might not be so good. That's great for me.
All blanks. All right. I'm glad we did that.
Dice games.
Yeah. All right, your turn.
But in these moments where it's crushing and aggravating, isn't this when we have to really just think about how good this story is? For
Crossbones
me?
charged me and then scared Spider-Man. Spider-Man just couldn't do anything.
Oh, easy for me to say, am I right? Okay, Crossbones is gone. Captain America is dead.
I have Iron Man and Black Widow left.
Yeah.
Let me get my check mark.
And I feel like it's kind of Zemo versus Black. I do think I need to knock Red Skull. No, I might tee him up for the next round, you know?
That's the trick.
That is the moment, isn't it? Are you holding anything with Red Skull? No? You got no Spideys? It's only Spider-Man and the other guy. Okay, Baron Zemo. It's time for you to come in here. I don't think I got power last turn, did you?
What?
Did you get 1 power for everything?
Yeah. I think you did.
Okay, I believe it. I feel like Baron having 1 power is confusing, but maybe I think I spent it on.
I do think you spent it. You
Nonsense.
charged last round.
I do remember that.
Yeah. On nonsense.
Strange memories. How hard they are to remember. We're taking a move. Can you hand me a long template? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's coming to play.
Dude, let's do it. I know that Iron Man's here, so I'm trying to give myself some backup.
He can't get away from Iron Man.
I can't, but what I can do is go here. Am I within 2? Close. They disappear, man.
There it
I'm
is.
telling you. Oh, well, you should put them anywhere.
you
Yeah.
did. Easy killer.
And then I'll shake the stun.
All right. All right.
That's that.
Iron Man.
And I'll give him the check mark. Thanks, Ben. Ben Davies' Carnate Side is so great. I'm trying to set the scene here. It really is pretty epic. And this is a normal sized game, so I'm actually quite happy with this.
I think it's about the right vibe that you want. So, how many? You got a lot of activations though.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel hasn't gone.
Just Captain Marvel and Doc
Yikes.
Ock, yeah. This is when I really want like Zemo to have a move tactic card.
All right, let's move with Black Widow over here. And then she will shoot at Zemo. She's got a 4-die physical attack.
All right, Zemo has a defense of 3. And he does not have the power for a counterstrike or anything like it. Strategic Genius is on them.
All right.
Ah, yeah.
4 blanks. Swooshatons.
2 wilds.
All right, you got it. Your action. This is the segment of the game where I don't do anything. It's cool. I had some good stuff earlier. Whatever.
Whatever. I don't care. I love it. I love not doing the things that I want to do. I'm approaching miniatures games in a new way, and I'm not competing. I'm not happy because you're failing. I'm happy because we're telling a good story. Where's the medium movement? Hiding?
Camoed.
All right, so I can't swing at Black Widow that much, I know. Does Doc Ock really just sit here? Is that really what I've come to just appreciate about the game here?
I feel like that's the position I want Black Widow to be in.
Yeah.
I want her to get an objective, go get an objective, and then you just can't shoot it from range, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
I should have done that on my opening. That one that Red Skull
Can you give me the 3 there?
couldn't actually get is the one that she should have gotten. That's 2 templates, it looks like.
Yeah.
You're
You
just
don't-
not
you
tuned
don't-
in.
you don't
can
say
only
it,
have
you
one
don't say
template on
it.
the table at a time. That's the rule.
That's so. But is this a template or is this a movement device? Or
Movement-
is this a template?
What's
Is it a
the
range
next
ruler or a
word that you're
template?
gonna move out of your? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think there's some play there. Okay.
You
Yeah.
ever think about being a lawyer?
Yes, I did.
Really?
It's about the only thing you do with a philosophy degree for a lot of people. It's all
Really?
logic based.
You go straight into
just
law.
Another way to become entirely insufferable,
I
basically.
wish most lawyers were actually philosophers.
Yeah, me too. Okay. I need that point, so Captain Marvel is not going to move.
That was my hope.
I'm not within 1 with Ultron, right? No. Just almost, though. If I could only move him with Doc Ock, which I can't. Okay, so let's go with the Doctor. And we're done. Over to you. I'll take my 2 points and like it. And then if I need to respond to Iron Man being weird, I can. With Captain Marvel. What I'm doing here, Doc Ock, after turn 3, he's going to have 3 power, which turns on all of his abilities. So then he's kind of like a
Ready to rumble?
terror. We've got 20 minutes. I think we can get through another turn in 20 at this point.
I agree. All right. Iron Man.
We're getting better.
He's going to move. Well, if I played with this list a few times, I think I could move very quickly through
Yeah, it's
all this.
it's a meta list, really.
All right, let's move up here.
Oh, look. This again.
Yeah. Then he's going to check his range. Is that in there?
Yeah.
All right. Iron Man is going to...
You've only got 2? What's your attack there? That rockets? It doesn't much matter. Probably the repulsor, I guess.
The rockets could damage old Marvel over there. I'm just going to use my repulsor blast.
Okay.
So it's 4, it's energy.
And Ultron's energy defense is 3.
Come on. 1 hit. We're getting better.
Okay. That's also that's only 4 dice? Mm-hmm. How did you kill me with that earlier?
Because I had Friday AI.
Oh, yeah, you had 1 defense.
Right. We did nothing.
I think that turn you actually did. Oh, that's bad.
I could have just moved up and contested the objective at least.
That's not good for you. But hey, look at me go. I'm contesting objectives. I'm playing such a wise game of Crisis Protocol right now.
All right.
Take notes for later.
End of round.
End of round. Score victory points.
I
How
have
many spiders you got?
2 objectives
Okay.
and 2 spiders. So put
1,
me
2, 3, 4. I have 3 spiders. 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2 objectives.
Yeah,
1,
we're at the end
2.
of the game.
If I get 2 more points, and that's
I
Doc
can't
Ock right
stop
there.
Doc Ock over there.
So I got to keep you off of
A
6
bunch of
points
points.
or
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
I can get there.
Okay, and then we go to the any effects that matter. Did I take the last turn?
You did. So passes to me.
Priority is
You go
yours.
away. Cap's back.
Priority is yours. I control this because I have the most healthy characters, just to put that into perspective. Cap's back, but he's injured. And then remove all activated tokens. Check marks go away. And then move the round to the next round on the mission tracker. Round 4. Each character gains 1 power. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a weird way to count that. Resolve any player effects during the power phase. None. I think Hulk has the only one that I've seen. And then resolve any crisis card effects. So starting with you as priority, let's start with Iron Man on Spider Civilian. Nothing.
Spider-Man.
Nothing. And then Crossbones. You get to move him. One small. Doc Ock. Oh, wait, I guess you wouldn't know that before you moved. Crossbones, that might matter. Can you put me on that objective?
No.
Okay. Doc Ock. That would be a relevant move. That would cause me to... Doesn't happen. And then Baron Zemo. No move. Okay. Crossbones is the most mobile figure in this game. And then you go first. Resolve anything at the start of the activation. Nothing there, right?
Nope.
All right. And we're back in, and we have 15 minutes. Let's see what happens. Anyone on the chat, if you guys have any questions at this point, it would be very helpful because I'm assuming anybody watching this later might have some questions as to what's transpired during the game. So if you caught any of that, please let us know, and we'll clarify any and everything that you might have a question about. I will say this is good. Are you willing to say that at this point?
I'm willing to say it's good. Speaking of good, you ready for
It's really good, yeah.
the moment?
Yes. Give me the moment. This is when all of the cards come into play. I haven't had enough power to use Dark Rain.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to go with Iron Man. No, I'm not. I thought I had a plan. I didn't.
Oh no.
I didn't have a plan. Okay, let's do this.
Harley Z says Cap needs to attack and toss a shield. Does seem like a good move. Bounce off the two beside him. What could go wrong there?
I want to get punched first, though.
Seems good.
Because I want more power.
Derek G, who are you most excited to see come to the game? I'll answer that while Zach's thinking. I'm in both Champions and Crisis Protocol. I'm a sucker for water-based things. Don't know what happened, but that's what I am and where I am. Mistake. And that means that I'm looking forward to Namor or Submariner, I guess, depending on kind of where in the mythos, I guess, he was being named. I think it's Namor, and then he became known as the Submariner. And then I'm also looking forward to the X-Men, if we can ever get it. Now, from what I understand, the X-Men license and like bucket and just the general Marvel bucket, they keep those things pretty separate. Like all of your X-Men stuff, from what I know about Marvel, is its own like team and unique like department. So whether or not it's easy to get X-Men into a Marvel licensed game is actually a question that I have. But I would love to see Archangel, who I didn't know was originally just Angel. Very cool. Gambit, of course. Nightcrawler, you know. I was an X-Men kid. I grew up on X-Men primarily, more than anything else.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Spider-Man is going to start out with a...
Just turn him towards you.
Yep. Impact webbing on Crossbones.
Okay.
So can I have 4 dice?
Yeah, absolutely can.
This is physical. I know it's going to be hard to hit you.
Physical against Crossbones, so 4v4.
1 hit.
1 hit.
Sweet.
Here we go. 1 defense.
Nothing happens.
And I've got
gain
strategic
energy.
genius that matters.
All right. And then he's going to move.
Ah, running.
So he's going to hop up here.
Okay.
And it's your action.
Oh, I get to, hold on. Let me move toward you.
Before I move?
Yeah, but I'm just going to be booking it towards this objective.
Yeah, he wants the points.
I want the points. Yeah. Oh.
All right, your action.
All right, mine. Baron Zemo. On Red Skull there, we're going to do a Steel Rush, declaring the attack. It's a 3 range, 6 dice physical attack. Here's that. And yeah, we want to do that. 3.
4 physical defense.
Ooh, Dad!
2 shields. 2 crits. You have no crits? You have 1 crit.
I have 1 crit.
I'm going to take these 2.
All right, I did get a free reroll with Strategic Genius, so it will matter.
There you go. There's that.
Okay, so 1 for the crit, nothing, and 1 for the Strategic Genius. A wild.
I have 5.
4 to 5, you will take a bleed. After it's resolved, I may advance medium as well.
That was okay for me.
That was good. Yeah, that was good. And you have 3 damage on Red Skull?
5.
Oh, so I need to do 1 more
How does bleed work?
at the end of your activation.
So if he activates, that's why you wouldn't want to activate.
Well, but it's at the end, I guess. So yeah,
But if he
that's,
didn't activate, he wouldn't bleed.
that's technically true. Give me that medium template here. Do I have it? Steven, can you give me that medium template? Okay, got you. Huh. I got to take another swing at this, don't I? Surely.
I mean, if he goes, he's going to knock himself out. You don't want him to go, I guess.
Yeah, he'll get 2 actions before he
Yeah.
does it, which is a bummer. Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's go here. What's Black Widow's thing? Does she have a...
You can't shoot her unless you're within 3, and if you're within 2, she gets a bonus.
All right, I'm just going to do...
And she has Counter-Strike.
Golly, this is such a tough decision. Oh my gosh, why is this game so hard?
Clock's at 9.
Am I within 2 right now? Okay, let's do this, just to get in strike range. And then my second action, I will do a strike. It's a 0 dice attack, physical, 5 dice.
0 dice.
0 power attack, 5 dice. And oh my gosh, it's 5 hits, Zach.
1 wild.
All right.
He's going to get knocked out. How about that?
Yeah, I got 1 wild there. And
He's
yeah.
dazed and confused.
All right, knocked out. Baron, you did a good job. And I will get 1 back because you only took 1 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 power for that strike. Boom. Eat it. Clean it up.
Great.
All you.
All right. All right, mine.
Yep.
It's El Capitan time.
We're at 8 minutes. Guardians of the Galaxy, next big team. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see, Ryan, I assume you saw the new Rescue Squad boat Transformers in Siege 2. I did. Yes, I am excited. It's sad that that's all it takes. Boats, water, anything. I saw that, I was jacked. Are we doing some more Transformers Turbo Seal? I think we should. On Siege 2, we'll try to do a live stream. Basically, once Marvel Mondays are officially over, which is once Champions and Crisis Protocol have released, we're going to continue to do Monday live streams, at least right now. And so that gives us the opportunity to look at Keyforge again, stream some games of something like Transformers. We'll start doing some experimental jazz on that. What was that?
I bumped your guy.
Yeah.
No,
Steven's
it's
talking to the
okay.
camera.
Don't want to do that yet.
Do you want to just bring Hulk in? You want to tag him in?
Bam.
Tag me in.
Hopped out of a car.
All right, let's go with Cap. And what's my out here?
Yeah, can you? That is the good question. You got to keep me off 2, or you've got to get more than 6.
1, 2, 3.
You probably have to knock out a civilian. Crossbones is your best bet there, I'd imagine.
Who else has one?
Has Iron Man gone already?
No.
I think if somebody can knock out, are you actually looking for like a discussion, or do you want to
Sure.
solve it? I can give you. I just hate when people give me advice when I'm like working through it. If he were to knock out Crossbones, he would drop a token which theoretically I think Iron Man can get here and grab that token in the same activation. So that's 2 points your direction. I'm still on 2 for Doc Ock. I don't think there's any way this gets to points for you.
Unless I knock someone out.
Yeah.
Cap could put Cap under.
But none of those people have Spidey tokens.
Yeah, but I could contest the point.
You'd have to earn the points. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6?
5, 6. You'd get 6 points.
But
in that
you-
instance, I would get 2 points.
We'd be tied.
In that instance,
That would
yeah.
be great. I would be
I think
alright
that's
with
the
that.
out, man. I think you have to kill Crossbones or Daze Crossbones. Get the thing.
Zemo also has one, though.
Zemo does have one.
So technically...
I would get 3 points. Black Widow
But if
could
I can knock him out
Yeah.
and get the point. All right, Hail Mary time, baby.
Throw it.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to go drop off. I'm going to go with Iron Man. So Spider-Man starting within 2 of Iron Man. They each spend 1. So Spider-Man's
Ooh,
going
you
to
get
come
to
with
use
them.
it. Yeah,
Yep.
nice, nice, nice.
So then Iron Man's going to move a medium. And then Spider-Man gets to go within 1, which is how I'm going to contest this objective. And then
Okay, so you dropped him off. And he's already gone, yeah? Spidey has?
Spidey has, but he gets to do a free 0-cost attack.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he's going to do his 0. Let me see, what's his range on that? 5, technically.
Are you trying to Zemo it? Oh my gosh, he's got a 5 range attack?
Iron Man does. We'll get back to that.
What's that? What's that?
Spider-Man has a 4 range attack, but he's easily in range.
He has a 2, too, that impact webbing?
It costs, no, it doesn't cost it.
That's free.
The strike and the impact weapon, yeah,
Mhm.
it's a range 4.
That's cool. That's cool. You drop Spidey off?
Mhm.
That's cool. Boy, that is exactly how you do this, by the way.
I think Spidey is just going to do a 5-die strike against Crossbones,
Yep.
unless...
I think you're there. If you want it. Yeah, you had it.
Which one's better?
Boy, that's a good question. Plays well. Here's a question. For everybody watching, well, I'm going to throw this back out to you. Now, having seen a game and kind of seen all of our build-up of the content and, having read, I assume, some of the rules, how does everybody out there, how are you guys feeling about Crisis Protocol? Is this a game you're going to play? Is there any questions that you have about, like, I would play but this, or like I need a group to form up before I dive in, or I'm worried about the painting? Is there anything out there that maybe we could help with later on that would kind of make it easier for you to jump in? Now, Atomic Mass is doing a great job with all their painting and modeling tutorials, so I feel like if you're kind of stuck on that piece, that's a really good resource. And then I think just understanding what to buy in terms of brushes and modeling putty and that kind of stuff is also something we might do a blog about or something that would be handy. More Marvel Champions content is coming, actually. So next week we'll do Marvel Champions. It'll be a very special stream of Marvel Champions. I'll say that.
Let's do this. What's his energy defense?
Energy defense on Baron is 3.
All right, I'm gonna play this one a little interesting. I'm gonna play 1-2 punch. When the active character targets an enemy character within an attack, and the target character is within 2 of another allied character, the allied characters may spend 1 each.
Oh, that's
add
tight.
2 attack
You
dice.
drop him in and 1-2 punch?
Yep.
Oh, the theme.
And
It hurts.
he's what's his 2 health left?
He has 3 health left,
All right.
4 physical defense, 2 energy. What kind of attack you swinging with here?
Physical
All right.
on him.
On him. Ooh, that's
2 crits.
yeah, not great. All right.
I need one of
here's
those.
defense.
Not that.
Crit in a while.
All right, let's get these crits in here. Nothing.
Oh my gosh, Zach,
the
it's
worst.
over.
Not
Nothing.
yet. All right, mine.
I'll move towards Spidey.
Great. Iron Man's gonna go with an energy attack there. So it's 4 energy.
All right, I've got 2 on the defense. Oh, I didn't suffer damage. Can't do that.
3 hits and a crit.
Oof. Nothing.
3 hits and a crit.
Is there any way to not die here? Nope. I can reduce that by 1. You're doing 4, right?
Yep.
So if I take 3, I'm dazed.
All right, I am going to gain 3 energy.
And you can pop this spider dude out wherever you want, if you want to grab it.
Now, each of my characters can only have 1 spider person, right?
Yes.
And it goes out 2 from you?
Yes. Yeah, 2, I think. I think is when it drops. And let's look. Okay. Objectives. Okay. Okay. Same token. What happens when the character interacts? And some money. Turn it up to the place the character holding. Place dropped within 2.
Got it.
I don't even know that you can only hold 1 thing. Placed on the character, when a character is holding 1 or more objective tokens, they drop all objective tokens they were holding.
So you think I could hold multiple?
I think so.
All right.
Unless it tells us on the card. Oh, cannot hold more than 1 infected. It's on the
All right,
card.
there we go.
It's on the card.
I dropped it there.
Oh, you can't pick it up?
They both have 1.
Oh.
Widow's going to come in, though. We're good.
Unless she's not. You know what I'm saying?
Good luck.
Okay. So now we've got the moment. And you've got Cap over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Captain Jabimbo for sure. And he's hurt, as I remember. No, he's injured.
He was hurt.
Oh, now he's like impossible to hurt.
Yeah, now he's really bad.
Okay. And he could technically get to Doc Ock.
Sure enough.
Do you have anyone who's injured over there that matters? Nope. I could try to go contest that. Let's look at a medium here. Just, just not really technically having a thing on the board, but all right, I'm scooting. I'm gonna scoot and boot. I'm gonna try to be a real person. Let's go medium here. Let's make sure we don't have any within two. That's not within 2 of Captain Marvel, right? So let's go this here. Make sure that none of this matters. Here. And then we'll take a move here and hope for the best. I think that's in. Does that matter? Oh, yeah. I've got it.
You don't got that. You're a millimeter away.
So what do I do? Do I get to take it back?
Yeah, sure.
There's no way
Were you trying to come get that thing?
Yeah, I want to pick it up.
Yeah. I could have been wiser and just been like, put it over here.
Okay, that's fine. Ultra's going to go back.
He's over by that token.
You don't make that mistake.
Not in the pros.
Not in the pros. So I can try to get 1 point and force Captain America to knock one of these people out, which I think is very reasonable, right? Yeah, that's what we'll do. So I'm going to have to do a move. There's really no fanciness here that I've got. We're going to move here. I don't have enough power, so I want to be within 1 of this. Let's do it like this. Then I've got 2.
Now you probably want to also not be in range 2 of Cap, if possible.
Can I scoot out? I don't think there's a way to do that.
Nah, you're right. There's not a way.
Okay. Then let's do a normal attack with Ultron. Let's do an energy blast.
On Cap?
Yeah. And that'll gain me energy equal to... Yeah, we'll do Analyze and Annihilate on that energy blast.
All right, how many are you rolling?
So I'm going to roll 5 dice, and then I get to roll your crits in as my crits.
All right. Yikes.
Awesome. Classic one hit.
You got my luck.
Yeah.
All right, I'm rolling 4. No crits. 1 wild.
Okay. Anything fancy that I get to do with that?
Oh, wait, and my blanks count as blocks.
Oh, yeah. So
3.
that's what I meant. Yeah, you're impossible to kill him. Okay, that move and attack, and then just... Oh, I expected to have power from that bummer.
It's a bummer, dude.
So no heave-ho on that, which wouldn't have mattered. It just would have been fun. Okay, that's Ultron. I'm just going to sit on that objective and try to live my best life.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I can get it.
You've got to drop Baron's emo too. That's the key, right? That was your 6th, I believe. This is the question. Okay, I'm sort of a single game focused type of person, and Marvel Champ is what I'm going in on right now. I'm fairly hesitant to get into the miniatures in general. Yeah, a lot of players like that. Harley Z got a friend buying Champions, so I get to play it, and I get this one for us to play. That's nice. Addison says, 2 biggest hurdles for me are not having a community any closer than an hour away and being afraid to badly paint something and having to spend a lot of money for a do-over. I totally understand that. That's something that it just takes practice. Harley Z, super clean, super fixed for bad paint jobs. Soak for a couple hours and repaint. That is true. You can strip paint. Will Pagani, good to see you, man. Thanks. Have a lovely night as well. What you got?
This is not good.
You have an out?
All right, we'll see. Captain America.
Is that your last one?
No, I also have Black Widow.
Oh, right.
You haven't gone with Doc Ock?
I haven't gone with Doc. That's it.
You went
And
with
Captain
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel? You did
I'm
go
going
with
with Captain Marvel, yeah.
That's not good. Let's go with...
This is the choice. Determines everything. Too early for flapjacks. Yeah, I think so.
This is not good.
There's not a way, is
I
there?
don't think there's a way. I want to beat Ultron, though. How about that?
Yeah, try it.
Captain America is going to...
I'm going to see that shield throw.
Maybe. Let's go Shield Slam. So pay 2, we'll hit you with 6. Rolling 6 dice.
Physical?
Actually, let's wait to do that. Let's back this up. No, that's right. Yeah, physical.
Physical, all right. 4 defense.
Hit and a crit.
Oh my gosh, look at that
Roll
sweet
my
attack
crit
roll if it
in.
were an attack.
3 hits.
All right, here's the crit resolved. 2 blocks.
Take a 1.
Taking 1.
And then I can
Gain
throw
1
you
power.
a small. So we'll small you into that thing.
Oh no.
You take 1.
Hey, I've got something for you.
All right.
If one or more allied characters would suffer a collision, they may spend 1 to play this card. Characters that spent power do not suffer damage from the collision.
All right, great.
Brace for impact. I was hoping you were going to throw me into Captain Marvel, and I was going to be like, ooh, I've got brace for impact. No, thank you, sir.
Then I'll punch him with a shield. No.
What'd you say?
Punisher art on there.
Yeah, it's good Punisher art. He's going to be fun in this game at some point.
I'm going to strike him.
Oh, no.
2.
Strike me while I'm down. Is it physical? Oh, blocked for days. 2 blocks. Nothing. How you like them apples?
I guess I should have thrown you away from the objective. But, you know,
That works.
who's to say?
I'm injured, so
right.
I'm not contesting it. I'm not helping.
Oh.
I guess at this point, would 1 injured and 1 healthy be better than 1
It's
healthy?
not. Whoever has more healthy characters.
Yeah, that's it. So
I
it's
just realized
contested.
that. That's fine.
Oh, goodness. Okay, is it mine?
Yep.
Okay, interactive terrain doesn't matter. Binary form doesn't matter here. It doesn't matter. Gains 1, any number of attack dice. Okay. I wish I could form up. That would be sick. Well, let's try. What do you think? You've got the last move with Black Widow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to... Oof. I think this doesn't matter at this point.
I agree.
I can maybe try to throw you off of it, but there's no throws on my cards, so there's nothing to be done. So I'm just going to punch at you.
You also just have, like, you have points to win, and I can't stop you.
Yes. That's my favorite part about this exact moment.
It's not true. Technically, it's not true.
Are you contesting things right now?
What do you mean?
Let's see. Okay. I'm going to do, so we assume right here that this is contesting, right? Healthy and healthy?
Yes, that's contested.
Healthy and healthy. If you get 1 extra point off of that, is that really good for you?
1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, I mean, no.
Shouldn't matter.
It's fine.
So I'm just going to do this because I think it would be interesting if it happens to happen.
You gotta throw that car.
Let's go here. Let's make sure that this doesn't matter. And then let's do a move here. And then would I be within 2 of Baron Zemo? Probably not.
Nope.
There's more than 1 template on the board. Okay. Let's just fight.
All right, punch him.
Punch. My hope was I could get within so that Baron could toss me the objective if I get knocked out with mission objective.
Nice.
Which is, it's fun. Let's take how about a swing? How about a strike for 5? No, let's do a energy blast for 4. Energy defense is what, 4?
4. He's America's shield.
All right, 2.
2, 3.
3.
One's a
Bunches. Okay, I gain 1 power at the end of the attack.
crit. Make it 4.
That's why I did it. And then now I've got 3 enemy character within 2 and throw it medium. Boom, I do have it. 3 for the Danvers special. Choose an enemy character or a terrain feature, both of size 3 or less, and within 2, throw it medium. All right, Cap. Get mediumed into a lamppost.
So I take 1.
And it's 1, so it is going to be destroyed because it's smaller size than you.
Do I get energy from that or no?
Yeah, you do.
Mine?
Yep.
All right, you ready for this? The
Cap's gone.
downtown Leroy Brown.
The downtown Leroy Brown. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I thought I had a clever thing to do here. I think I do.
Addison says, yeah, I don't want to screw myself by being new. Yeah, we all go through this with painting and modeling. Our suggestion is always to start with a model you like the least, and then paint it and maybe strip it and paint it again. You can also get some really cheap minis if you just want to grab some things to practice on. It is a high barrier of entry to get into the hobbying side of this. The painting, I mean, painting anything is terribly hard. Like, that's why there's not a lot of painters that are great.
Yeah.
But all you got to do is start, and then you don't have to be great at it. The majority of the time, people are bringing models to the table like me that look fine from this exact distance, which is called what, table ready or table height?
Table ready. Yeah.
And then only the really good, you see all the really good paint jobs from really good painters. 90% of us are not bringing anything like that to the table. Let's just call it how it is.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds good. The final move, maybe.
It is.
I've
It is
got
the
Doc,
end.
and he's going to come in and do something with that card if you don't.
Ah, you're gonna move off that objective?
I don't know.
You
Depends on
can't.
what your points are on.
That's right. Let's go Avengers Assemble.
Ooh.
Pay 1 with Cap and Iron Man and Black
Oh my
Widow.
gosh, it's so good at this exact moment, actually. Just to be able to move Cap back on that objective.
Yep. And then
It's aggravating.
Iron Man.
Wow, that's cool. That card does work.
Yeah.
Sleeping on it too.
Yeah. He
That
saved
was
it
part
for
of
this
my,
exact
part of
moment.
my secret sauce.
There's
here.
always a secret. That small template is very
Bigger than you'd think.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Black Widow gonna strike energy attack for
on the
4 dice.
Zeme monster.
Zemo.
I've only got 1 power. Okay, and 3 defense. Well, that's good.
Hit, crit.
Nothing.
Oh, come on. I needed 1 more to knock him out. I need the action, Steven.
Nothing.
I needed the action.
Oh my gosh. So what happens? I take 3.
Yeah, and I gained 3 energy.
Oh man, that was almost like really good.
So if I can knock him out and pick it up and go back to this objective is where it gets really good for
All right,
me.
so I got that. Hold on, let me do a. I'm gonna go ahead and do a counter strike since we're in the scrum now. So cost 2. I'm gonna roll 4 dice, and crits and wilds will be damage. Nothing on the counter strike.
And then you see, we will strike you again. Same attack.
Okay. I'll use the Master Swordsman ability for my last 2 power.
Hit crit.
Hit crit. I've got 1 wild.
And defense.
Master Swordsman, I get to reroll any number of dice on the defense. And then Strategic Genius, nothing. All right, so...
Knock him out.
You knock me out.
You lose your little
Let
token.
me see if there's anything... Another within 2. No, I don't have one. So you get to place this.
I'll pay 1 and pick it up with the Black Widow.
I'm dazed. You got it. And I'll give it to you. Here's your card.
That's my turn. I almost stopped you.
And then I take 1 power and 1 damage, and I'm dazed. Okay. So you didn't stop me?
Mm-mm.
How many points are you getting right now? Spiders are 1, 2, 3,
I only have 1.
4 objective, no objective. All right, well, I'm not going to move.
That's the game.
Of course not. Hey, that was good.
That was a really good game.
That was really good. And it really moved nicely, did it not?
I agree.
Like, honestly, it's funny that Doc Ock just stays back here, but was ready to kind of move into the fray at any moment. I liked having the, where's the medium? I liked having that like medium into car bashing
Potential, yeah.
range, which was tight. Had 2 good mini battles that turned into a 3rd mini battle. Crossbones getting pulled in. I end the turn with 2 dazed characters that are coming in injured next turn if points don't get there. Let's go ahead and score it out. What's the... I've got 1 spider, 1 control, 2... No
That's
control.
contested.
So there's 2.
And then I
Get to
gain
16.
3 spiders and a control.
2, 3, 4, 14.
It was really close. And it was pretty quick. I mean, it was about a 2-hour game.
That's
once
not bad.
we got into it.
We could get that down too.
Totally, especially once we play with the characters a bit. And there's so many takebacks and weird stuff going on.
Does she have martial artists? When defending against an attack, character adds. Does she have anything that moves? People were thinking that she had a move. Oh, mixed technique, is that thing?
May advance to small.
Oh
I
yeah,
should
that's
have
the one
done
you
that.
tried to do earlier or did do?
I should have done that at the end.
Does that get you 1 more point if you control this boy? Right?
Yes, still not enough.
Still not enough?
It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 1 short.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so really quick, Zach, we've got to get out of here. But if anybody has any last final things to say on chat, we will address that, and it can be helpful because people watch this video later. We'll be seeing the answers to these questions. While we're there, true thoughts. What do you think? First full
True
game,
thoughts.
all the way from roster building to choosing to building the scenario onward.
I think it's really good. I think after you play enough times with the models that you want to play with, it's going to be really fast and really intuitive, and the game's really, I think, at a good pace. And then the real game at that point is going to be the objective building, the team building, when you're actually like picking your models, the cards you're choosing, the positioning and stuff. So like once you get to the point where you can kind of like stop looking at the ground to walk, and like you can actually like look at the field. They've given themselves a lot of space to kind of construct a field that changes as the game evolves, and we get all these new expansions with all these new cards. So I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to see even more models at this point.
Things that I'm really looking forward to too, because the affiliations are on the cards, you could release an affiliation that's like Brawlers. And it's Zemo and Crossbones,
Sure.
and anybody with a sword or
Any
a
random
fist,
team up in
basically.
the comics that ever happens.
Or it could Spider-Man could be there as well, Captain America. It's just, that's super exciting to me. I think you could see any combination of characters become a little affiliation, little mini affiliation, which is super fun. Getting more scenario cards and changing up the point costs and stuff gets really fascinating.
Yeah.
And then just like you said, having your favorite team and really knowing what your models do and being able to, to make that, to manifest that on the board. I would play essentially this team over and over and over again forever. Those are all my favorite models. So very cool. Well, thank you so much for watching, Ryan. We can't wait to send you those tokens. We're going to keep looking at both Crisis Protocol and Marvel Champions. We'll be back next week with a celebration of Champions release, and then we may do the same for Crisis Protocol.
It will
We'll
have
see where
officially
we are.
released. And if you're anywhere near the area in Tulsa this weekend, Champions will be coming out. There's a lot of awesome people that are going to be hanging out. So even if you're coming by yourself, we have a great community of people that would welcome you. And of course, as well, Champions Weekend, November 22nd, 23rd. We have Michael Boggs coming out to that. That'll be fun as well. And then if you're interested in Crisis Protocol, which I assume you are at this point, that's coming out November 15th.
Yeah, and the best way to get these expansions, ultimately, we got the subscription service for it. It's really excellent for this exact kind of game. We're going to have staggered releases of varying wave sizes releasing at various times. just sign up. We charge you a couple weeks beforehand. It ships right to you. Generally gets there on release day, 20% off, and you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to pre-order, put money down, none of that stuff. Just give me all the stuff. Okay, here it is. And you can choose terrain or just heroes, for instance, or you can choose just mats or a combination of all three. So look at our website, teamcovenant.com. It's all there. And thanks so much for watching us through this series. We'll get back, we'll do some more Marvel Mondays next week for Champions, and I assume we'll play some more Crisis Protocol.
We will see where we go
later
from there.
down the road. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Until next time, keep playing.